way I got this group of chicks coming over here. The picture's so vivid and I see it so clear. Said she never touched a girl, but I got her so near. She said she not single, her man is a bum. Probably at home on the game smoking some. He let her out the house half naked, yeah, he dumb. With me you get the whole loaf of bread, he a crumb. Let me tell you something, she said that boy broke. She asked me if I'm like these other dudes, that's a joke. She turned her phone off, she gon' tell him that it broke. I asked her if she gotta go home, she like no. So you know what I'm doing when I'm riding with your main chick. I turned her to a groupie. I'm feeling like the man, you the way I gotta choose it. Soon as we get home, we gon' turn them lights on and we gon' make a movie. Yeah, we gon' make a movie. Soon as we get home, we gon' turn them lights on and we gon' make a flick. Now I got her coming from the tongue and the dick. I got her wide open on the cam taking pics. She said that a man never seen her like this. So you know, I don't even gotta move, cause this Patron put her right in the mood. So you know her friend got invited over too. Needed something on their stomach, so I went and got them food. Now that that's done, I had to get them back. Riding in the whip with that thing on my lap. Dude get the tripping and he getting his ass clapped. But you know, I ain't come for all that, so I got her back. She made it home safe. Told her hit me up next time you wanna play. But it wasn't long, cause I don't gotta wait. Cause this chick hit me up the very next day. So you know what I'm doing when I'm riding with your main chick. I turned her to a groupie. I'm feeling like the man, you the way I gotta choose it. Soon as we get home, we gon' turn them lights on and we gon' make a movie. Yeah, we gon' make a movie. Soon as we get home, we gon' turn them lights on and we gon' make a Soon as we get home, we gon' turn them lights on and we gon' make a Get the likes up, y'all. Get the likes up. Let's go. Let's get this show started. Let's go. Look, I apologize for telling lies, for every night you stayed up and all the times you cried. Broken hearts on timelines, trapped in our confines. Love's a contract, signing blood on dotted lines. We perfect on the gram, but in person we a mess. All the filters in the world couldn't cover up this mess. We was goals to the people, but the love couldn't last. Posting pictures of the future, but we stuck in the past. We would argue every Friday, make up every Sunday, breaking up at midnight, back together Monday. Love is like a cycle, spin around on the runway, crashing every season, but taking off the same way. Say you want the truth, but you crumble when it's shown. You the type to break the windows and complain about the stone. See, I deleted all the text, but screenshots never lie. I was saying I was working, but I was really outside. I was caught up in the cycle, I can't seem to let it end. I was breaking every vow, but swearing all the men. I'm faithful on the gram, but a villain in the flesh. Two faces in the mirror, both toxic, both a mess.
I used to believe in you, hung on to every word you said. Thought it was me and you, but you had other plans instead. You couldn't stay true, you welcomed her into our bed. You must have lost your mind, you must be out your head, yeah. 'Cause you're a snake, you're a liar, I'll bring rain, I'll bring fire, and you won't know peace. You're a clown, you're a fool, but the joke's on you, 'cause you messed with me. I don't get hurt, no, I get even. Best believe it's hard. heartbreak season. I'll bring rain and I'll bring fire, and you won't know peace. You won't know peace, no. You won't know peace. You won't know peace, no, no. You won't know peace. Best believe it's heartbreak season.
No, I'm tone bite. We back, Ratchet Gang. We back with another one. We back with another banger. Let's get the likes up. Look, you might have forgot. Hell, they might have forgot. But you already know it's the king. Too loyal, no, I'm tone bite. RatchetTV. Hey, y'all already know, man. Y'all already know. Get the likes up if you in the building. And if you new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Tap that notification bell so you can get the drop whenever I drop. So boom. Man. We got to talk, Ratchet Gang. We got to chop it up. Look, tonight we got to chop it up about this David situation. David and Celeste. We touched on this situation when we was covering another case on the same night. It's a weird case, odd as hell, and I know it's a lot going on, bro. Especially with we just gonna call it the CK situation. Look, after the last live I did, bro, I just know that they definitely watching your boy. I'm just gonna be honest, they definitely watching your boy. They like, hey, look, we don't like that stuff you over there talking about. So look, we finna switch it up tonight. We gonna get on this David situation. Like I told y'all, we have not forgot about the CK situation. That will be on Kick tomorrow night. That's just gonna be on Kick tomorrow night. I was supposed to do it last night, but it's a lot going on in a lot of these situations. And plus, I've been deep in this rabbit hole, and something is going on here, and it's leading me to believe that either this kid was due for an sacrifice. You can say that in the chat. He was due for a sacrifice, or this dude is fixing to off himself. One of the two, allegedly, and everything I say is alleged, and it's all under the Fair Use Act. And you can see the Fair Use disclaimer in the description of this video and in the description of all my videos. This is just for entertainment and educational purposes only. This is just to educate my people on what we've been covering over here. Like I said, it's all under the Fair Use Act, and you can see the Fair Use disclaimer in the description of this video, and everything I say is alleged. Allegedly. So it's looking like this dude. Oh shit. Hold on. I was knocking my damn cord up. All right. So it's looking like this dude was just overdue for a sacrifice, man. Overdue for a sacrifice. Well, with that being said, have y'all been keeping up with this David story? Have y'all been keeping up with it? Because it's creepy. And the more you dig, the more you find. And certain people have been coming out the woodworks talking. And I'm just going to say, I may or may not have reached out to one of her family members. A brother, to be specific. Maybe or maybe not. But I do know the brother does know more information. The brother will not speak publicly. And there is something brewing when it comes to this David situation. And there's a reason why charges have not been filed. I think that they are going down the rabbit hole. I don't think they want to charge him just yet, because I think that maybe possibly they're watching or monitoring the phone or something. I think that they know, they just can't prove. And until they got a skin tight case, which they can already charge him with some more stuff, but I think they want to hit him with everything. This is my opinion. And don't listen to other people and say, oh, he's not going down. This dude is going down for this shit. Unless this is a sacrifice, which if that's the case, then he wouldn't go down for nothing, which I don't see this happening. I think that he's in a place where he's going to have to be. Well, I don't think he's been completely honest, but I think he should. Because when you go down this rabbit hole of this David situation, you start to realize This dude has known this girl since she was 11 years old. He got to her when she was young. So by the and she had ran away a few times. The girl was she ran away quite a few times. This wasn't her first rodeo. So people wonder like where was the family at? I believe the family was trying to figure out what they could, but I just think the girl was kind of at a young age manipulated by a dude. And salute to Big Sexy for the $9.99. Salute for the $10, Big Sexy. Salute, I appreciate you. Salute. Thank you, Leash, for the $20. Salute to Leash for the 20p. Says get the likes of. I know she says salute Ratchet Gang. Let's go King. Salute to Leash. I appreciate you. Salute to Casa Arnold for the $3 and Paul. I think he threw up 2 at the beginning of the show. Salute to Paul. Salute to all y'all for the donations, man. I appreciate all y'all. But yeah, double tap the screen for me and get the likes up, y'all. Double tap that screen. Let's go. So this isn't the most popular subject, but I do think it's gaining traction. I think this story is starting to get a little bit of traction because certain people are starting to see like this is weird. So I wanted to do a whole episode tonight, and I got a long one for y'all tonight. No Diddy, but ladies. But anyway, no Diddy. But I got a long show for y'all. Let me say, I got a long show for y'all. Yeah, pause. Yeah. I got a long show for y'all tonight. So, so let's what the hell she said. Man. So yeah, we gonna get into this show tonight, man. It's a lot that I gotta uncover. So we gonna be here for about. I'm gonna be honest. This might be like a 3-hour live, and I didn't go live last night. I told y'all, yeah, it's a lot going on in that other situation that we've been covering, and we'll get to that story on another day. Let's just do this content for tonight. Let's focus on David tonight. Love you, King, keeping us up to date. Salute for the $5, Belinda. I appreciate you. Salute. So yeah, all eyes on Ratchet Gang, man. Double tap the screen, get the likes up. Salute to everybody that's in this building right now, man. I appreciate everybody for pulling up, popping out, and I appreciate y'all because I know y'all gonna show up and show out. So y'all ready to get this live started, man? I did a poll in the chat asking y'all to vote on that poll. We got 266 votes. 86% of the room says David did unalive Celeste. 14% of the room seems to believe that this man is being framed. Okay, so I want y'all to tell me, how can you frame, I mean, the body was decomposed in a way that they are saying, and you guys don't know the timeline yet because the cops are not going to give up their case. I think they got it. They're just not telling y'all. So for the average person who's just looking at this and saying, he was already on tour when it happened, there's no way the body was in there for that. There's no way. There's no way. How long does it take a body to start smelling outside to the public? Can anybody do that research real quick and tell me how long does it take a body to start smelling like that? Just for it to start stinking up the air and everything. Can anybody tell me that in the chat? Can anybody do that research real quick? Anybody, please, and thank you. Somebody in the chat, tell me how long does it take for a body to start smelling after it decomposes? I see a week. I see 3 days. Okay, I see a few days, 10 days. A week, weeks, about 2 or 3 days, a week, 24 to 48 hours, a few days, 5 days, 3 days, not long at all. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, let me do this. Let's just do this. Fuck it. Let's do this. Okay, so I'm covering the David case. That's D4vd. I'm covering the David case right now. And there's a girl by the name of Celeste in this case. Now, Celeste was found in his Tesla, and the authorities are saying the body was in that Tesla for some time. They haven't gave a timeline of it. But my question is, how long would that body have to be sitting in the car for the public to start smelling an odor of an unalive body? And they said the body was decomposed. If you could look into this real quick and just tell me, how long would it take for that body to start smelling so the public could see it? Or smell it, excuse me.
Absolutely, Greg. Absolutely, Greg. So generally, when a body is left in a closed space like a car, the odor can start to become noticeable to people outside in as little as a day or two, especially if it's warm. Now, for a body to reach a level of decomposition where it's really strong and the smell is very obvious to anyone passing by, that can be around a few days to a week, depending on the temperature and the conditions. So in a hot environment, it's going to be faster. In a cooler environment, it might take a bit longer. But typically, within a few days, you'd start noticing that smell pretty clearly.
Thank you. Okay, so it would take a few days to a week. So we got a few days to a week. David had been on tour. David was already on tour when the body. So is it possible that somebody moved the body? Is it possible somebody moved the car? Is it possible that he had somebody from where he was at move something, make a phone call, or they say, oh no. So what do y'all think now that y'all know that I don't know how long that car had been sitting there. He had been on tour, allegedly. So allegedly he had been on tour. And did I say my disclaimer? I think I did. If I didn't, allegedly, everything I say is alleged and it's all under the Fair Use Act. And you can see the Fair Use disclaimer in the description of this video and in the description of all my videos. This is just for entertainment and educational purposes only. This is just to educate my people on what we've been covering over here. Like I said, it's all under the Fair Use Act, and you can see the Fair Use disclaimer in the description of this video. And everything I say is alleged. Allegedly. So what do y'all think now that y'all know that it only takes that amount of time? They say allegedly. They said it was only a head and a torso. So her body, from what I've been told, is in little pieces. I don't know what part is where or what's going on. I just know that something was found in the car, but it wasn't a full body. So whatever happened to her, I don't know when that car was positioned there or what's going on or who had access to his cars or why the heck. First of all, you got a couple of questions to answer. Why was that little girl with you? She was missing. She was on a missing flyer. How long have you had this little girl? It looks like you were harboring a minor at this point. That's what it's looking like. I'm just going to say allegedly. I'm just going to say my opinion is that's what it looks like. It appears like you were harboring and you went on tour and the girl came up unalived in your car, but she was in your care. So what happened and why wasn't you checking on her? What was going on? What was the disconnect before you went on tour and what was going on with that little girl? And why was she in your car? So you still got a lot of questions to answer. And who is around this little girl? Because something is going on. I don't know if you did this before you went on tour and somebody moving some stuff around and you trying to figure out a way to get up out of this and you trying to report your car stolen and sup gang, this story is sad, but I'm tuned in at work listening and salute. The body was probably stinking the first few days. Real talk. The weather in August is hot. Salute, Jay, stay fresh. I appreciate you. So if that's the case, then who does that mean unalive the little girl? They need to get the footage from that Tesla. The Tesla is going to tell the full story. So it ain't going to take much to get that Tesla footage. And he's saying that he was calling the police to get the footage. He called the cops. See, but I'm smarter than that. I'm smart enough to realize, fam, you got a Tesla, a newer model Tesla. All you got to do is call Tesla and you could have got the whole drop on everything. So you're saying you reported your car stolen, but you reported it with the police. Why would you, if you have a Tesla, why would you only call the police? Okay, understand you calling the police, but first of all, I'm going to call Tesla and figure out where my damn car is because it's just like having an iPhone. You're not going to call the police to find your iPhone. You're going to go to that find my iPhone shit. You're going to track your iPhone. Easy money. You're going to be able to get your shit back. It's just like losing something that you got a tracker on. You're definitely going to contact the tracker or whoever, you know what I'm saying? You're going to figure out exactly where your shit is at. So you got a Tesla. Why would you not use Tesla to find your Tesla and you never called Tesla? You get what I'm saying? And why was your Tesla stolen and how was it stolen? How did you know it was stolen if you was on tour? It's a lot going on in this story that we got to uncover, man. So I got a lot of questions that we need to answer tonight. So we about to run these videos. We about to go down through this rabbit hole. We gonna be here for about we're gonna be here for about this is gonna take about 3 hours. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Let's see. All right, my bad. Hold on. Let's get over here. Let's get over here, man. Man. All right, my bad. Let me move my mic. Let's get over here and let's get this work done, Ratchet Gang. Let's get this mother effing work done. All right. So as we get over here, let me pull up this article on my phone. Give me 1 second, y'all. Let me grab this article on my phone real quick. All right. Which one is this? This People? All right, bet. So, as we get over here to get ready to read this article and figure out what the freak is going on, all right, let's see. Is this a video they got up here? Nah, we don't need the video. We don't need that. All right, it says, the Los Angeles Police Department tells People they are following several leads as they continue their investigation into a missing teen whose remains were found in the trunk of a Tesla. The vehicle was registered to rising singer D4vd, which would be David, who was on tour at the time of the discovery. Authorities have identified 15-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez as the victim. Authorities are continuing their investigation into David as several leads and new evidence has emerged in connection. Hold on, my damn, something pulled up. Have emerged in connection with the death of the teenage girl. She was recently found deceased in the 20-year-old singer's car. All right, so let's get over here. All right. In a statement to People on Thursday, September 18th, a spokesperson for the Los Angeles Police Department said detectives from the Robbery Homicide Division served a search warrant to a local address in connection with the death of Celeste Rivas Hernandez. All right, let's get over here. Rivas, 15, was the juvenile who was reported missing from Lake Elsinore. The Riverside County Sheriff's Office previously told NBC News. She was found on September 8th in a Tesla that was registered to David, whose real name is David Anthony Burke. Let's continue. The LAPD investigated the impounded vehicle after someone complained of a foul odor, People confirmed. Several items of evidence were recovered and will be analyzed by the detectives in the coming days, an LAPD spokesperson tells People. Investigators are following up on several leads. Hernandez was first reported missing on April 5th, 2024. The RSCO told the Los Angeles Times. Authorities have not disclosed further information about Rivas or if she had any possible connection to David, who started out as a YouTube creator before his rise to fame as a musician. So here we go, man. It's getting kind of spicy for this kid, man. What the fuck he got going on, man? What does this kid got going on with this little girl? One of his most notable songs was a 2022 single titled Romantic Homicide. In the back of my mind, you died. And I didn't even cry. No, not a single tear. And I'm sick of waiting patiently for someone that won't even arrive, he sings in the hit song. He later adds, in the back of my mind, I killed you. And I didn't even regret it. I can't believe I said it. But it's true. Do I love you? No, I hate you. David explained the meaning behind the lyrics in an on-camera interview with Genius, explaining the storytelling aspect was inspired by the lyrics that came before the hook. It builds up to a big moment where she died in the back of my mind, David said. I didn't kill her physically, but in the back of my mind, she died. He added, I've seen people online take different meanings and different interpretations from that one part of the song. Oh, hold on, hold on, let's see. All right, let's get over here, my bad. There you go, I was wondering, it ain't on the screen. All right, there we go, so y'all can follow along. And it says, he added, I've seen people online take different meanings and different interpretations from that one part of the song, where it's like, it's their past selves that's dying. and they're not even crying about it because they've evolved or become better people or have killed addictions and other different stuff like that. What the fuck is he talking about, man? This dude, y'all believe that? He's saying in the back of his mind, he's talking about like killing addiction and stuff like that. Y'all believe him? All right, so it says David was in the midst of his world tour in North America when Hernandez's body was found. He has not yet publicly commented on the situation, but his representatives told NBC Los Angeles that his client is fully cooperating with authorities. After Rivas's body was found, her family broke their silence, launching a GoFundMe titled "Help Lay Celeste Rivas Hernandez to Rest" on September 18th. As many of you know, Celeste Rivas Hernandez has been identified as the body found last week. Esmeralda Lozana and Giselle Vera wrote, she was a beloved daughter, sister, cousin, and friend. Her family is heartbroken and devastated by this tragic loss. They are seeking help laying her body to rest. Any funds you are able to donate are greatly appreciated. I'm gonna be real. Every time I see a GoFundMe come up, I kind of get kind of iffy. It says they signed off as the Rivas Hernandez family. Lozano and Vera also shared that their service was scheduled for October 5th. So y'all need money now, but where the fuck was y'all at whenever she was missing for almost 2 years? I didn't see y'all on the news and raising a GoFundMe to bring her back home. See, this is the type of shit that makes me mad, man. It's like y'all get money hungry in the end. Now you need help all of a sudden. Now you want help all of a sudden. You should have been helping this little girl so she would still be here if y'all was helping her. The little girl was with a grown man doing God knows what to please that man. He didn't ruin that little girl's life since she was 11 years old. She met him online. Her teacher even knew about this. Her teacher has come and spoken about this. The teacher said, oh yeah, she was in my class. She met a rapper from LA and she went out, she ran away to go be with him. And then he said that I believe the LAPD brought her back. She was a runaway. They brought her back from running away with that rapper that she met online. And then she ended up going to run away with him again after she came back. And this time she never came back. So what the fuck, man? Let's be real about this situation, dog. Y'all got to be real about this. Y'all can't be out here. You got to keep it a buck with that family, man. That family ain't shit. I'm gonna be real. That family ain't shit. I don't need to speak to them. I mean, I might have spoken to somebody, but it is what it is. I gotta be honest, man. Y'all ain't on shit. So, I mean that. Hold on. Let me pull up these receipts real quick. Give me a second while Okay, hold on. We definitely not covering the CK situation tonight. All right, where does these receipts start at? Hold on. All right, here we go. Let's go. Let's get this started, man. Let's get this started. And this is another narrative they're trying to push. Well, I don't know why they're trying to push this narrative right here, but this is another narrative they're trying to push.
Two Celestes. In this mysterious and tangled story, Celeste isn't just one person. She has two faces. The first Celeste is 15-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez. When her body was found, she had a shh tattoo on her arm. Through her family's confirmation, the police learned that she had a boyfriend named David. The second Celeste is 23-year-old Celeste Herrera, who frequently interacts with David on social media. Strangely, she not only shares a similar name with the first Celeste, but also bears an uncanny resemblance in appearance.
Well, do y'all believe that? Salute G Money, I appreciate you for the $20. This is the strangest case we done came upon, man. We didn't come across some weird shit, but this gotta take the cake as one of the weirdest cases we've ever covered. Can everybody double tap their screen? Can everybody double tap their screen to get justice for this little girl so we can get some type of answers for what happened to her? Do y'all believe that there are two Celeste? Do y'all believe that?
And temperament. Why do so many coincidences exist? One possibility is that he had developed an obsession with the younger Celeste. The photos and tattoos hint at a once sweet relationship, but something terrible happened, and he could never see the younger Celeste again. So he's searching for the next substitute. The older Celeste's appearance seems like fate sending him a stand-in. With the same name and similar looks, she perfectly fills the void left behind. She not only becomes his next target, but also helps blur the public's perception. When people hear Celeste, they subconsciously confuse the two very different individuals. If all of this is intentional, is the older Celeste truly safe? What?
Yeah, this dude is a creep. I'm gonna be honest. This David dude is a freaking creep. Weird ass dude. So I want to show y'all something before we continue on it. I want to show y'all something real quick. Hold on. All right, so let's look at this. Let's look at this real quick. Let's take a peek at this real quick.
I can't see it.
Hold up. That's her in my classroom in front of this poster right here. Okay, hold up. I got another one because I got a picture on TMZ of this other kid exchanging stuff with the rapper who we alleged did this stuff.
Why are you not taking this to the police? And how do you know all this stuff about this grown ass man with this little girl and you ain't went and told nobody? See, this is you over there showing the class, oh, she went and left with this rapper and she ran away with this rapper. Why you didn't take this information to the police, to the principals? If you knew this little girl ran away with a grown man that she telling y'all she met and she telling the whole school, why you didn't, man, see, bro, I'm finna go off.
Hold on a second, because he's also in my classroom.
Wait, how long ago was this?
We all just found out yesterday who it was, but she's been missing since I taught her. So when I taught her, she met this dude on social media. He was a rapper in LA. He came and got her. She ran away from home. She was gone for like a month. The cops found her in Hollywood, brought her back to our school. She came back to our school, kind of told people this story. She disappeared again in May of that year, May of 2024. That's when her friends told me what happened, that it was this rapper, that they were like blackmailing him, all of this stuff. And then I found out yesterday that she's now dead in that rapper's car, cut into pieces. You want to know how they met? I feel like I just said it. Social media. Let me tell you another story. Hold on.
So you know all this shit that she met with this creepy ass dude right here.
In the back of my mind, you died.
In the back of my mind, you died.
And I didn't even cry.
And I didn't even cry.
No, not a single tear.
Not a single tear.
And I'm sick of waiting patiently for someone that won't even arrive.
Come on, fam. If this dude can make it, we all can make it. Right. What the hell is that? Get your weird ass on, man. In the back of my mind, tonight is the night. Looking at tonight is the night you die. Yeah, this dude, that dude looked like a serial unaliver. I'm gonna be real. If serial unaliver had a face, it's that little boy right there. That dude looks like he done some shit. I don't trust that little dude, man. Hell no, I don't trust that little dude. Let's get back to this damn story, man.
There's been a major update on the David and Celeste case, as there's more videos being leaked and also screenshots of conversations between the both of them. As you can see, this is Celeste and her friend having a conversation on Instagram, and you can see the circle message where it says, I only bled with David. And if you take a look at the bottom message too, it says blank, I was just blank and did it because he got mad at me for the first time for not having, you know what, with him. But this is actually very important because this name right here actually is Gus, which turns out is another guy that was having relationships with her. Now, the reason why this is important is because, as you can see, somebody actually texted Celeste's brother and they were asking if this is real. And he said, yes, I do. I know who Gus is. You know, unfortunately, he is no longer with us. Not only that, but apparently it looks like David was also following the same Gus that they were talking about. And this specific screenshot right here is actually allegedly Celeste going backstage of one of David's concerts. Take a look at what Celeste's old teacher had to say about the situation as well.
In my classroom, in front of this poster right here. Okay, hold up. I got another one because I got a picture on TMZ of this other kid exchanging stuff with the rapper who we alleged did this stuff. Hold on a second, because he's also in my classroom.
Wait, how long ago was this?
We all just found out yesterday who it was, but she's been missing since I taught her. So when I taught her, she met this dude on social media. He was a rapper in LA. He came and got her. She ran away from home. She was gone for like a month. The cops found her in Hollywood, brought her back to our school. She came back to our school, kind of told people this story. She disappeared again in May of that year, May of 2024. That's when her friends told me what happened, that it was this rapper, that they were like blackmailing him, all of this stuff. And then I found out yesterday that she's now dead in that rapper's
But
car.
ultimately, we still don't know the reason why he did it, and he still has yet to be arrested. If you guys want to keep updated with the story, let me know. Make sure to follow, like, and peace.
A nigga David Tesla was repoed on September 8th. He started his tour August 5th, 9th. They said the car was sitting for over 30 days before it got repoed. He reported it missing in between that, but it's been sitting before he started his tour. He called to report a Tesla missing. Now chat, anybody in chat, go to Google and say, can I call Tesla? If my Tesla is missing, can I call Tesla to track it? Watch what it shows you. This nigga could have called Tesla, a Tesla of all cars you reported missing, when you can call Tesla and get it tracked. That don't make sense. They said the car was sitting for over 30 days. So from when the car was impounded on the 8th, we can add 31 days plus add some change. That's days, if not a week or more, before he started his tour. Nigga was dating a 13-year-old, bro. Probably got her pregnant. That's why he did that stupid ass shit. A nigga David Tesla was repoed.
What do y'all think about that? Y'all think it's possible that he ended up getting Celeste pregnant? You think that's a possibility? So I want y'all to pay attention to this. Now look at this. Now look at him outside cleaning shoes. He started saying that cleaning shoes was a hobby for him now. And I want y'all to pay attention to, look at those shoes right there. Those are the shoes he's outside cleaning. Now watch this. That's Celeste with those same shoes on. So you outside cleaning a little girl's shoes, man. This dude is, I don't know, man. This dude doing the shoes right there. Man. So this dude, he got like a weird little fetish, bro. I don't know, dog.
That's a real
he got some shit going on, man.
conversation that happened. And the irony of it was that person that was saying, I love you, she's not in my life anymore. So it's like, people say that the string can't be cut and the connection cannot be severed, but I feel like it can sometimes. I really wanted the listeners to feel like they're reading a book almost, and they get into a different chapter with every song, but there's also that kind of pause where they can take every song in by itself and then have this kind of visual landscape in this interlude to kind of be in my head and my mindset and why I wrote the project like this and how everything went, just to like keep them even more interested and connected throughout the project for sure.
At the end of the interlude, correct me if I'm wrong here, she says, I love you.
Mm-hmm.
You don't respond. She says, I love you again. It repeats itself and you don't respond. Was that done purposely?
Absolutely, because the next song after that is This Really Love?
Uh-huh.
So it's kind of like a lead into that kind of a transition type thing, you know?
I believe the last time you were here, didn't you say you never experienced love or hadn't been in love? You didn't?
Yeah, I wasn't in a relationship then. Nah, because that's a real conversation.
So this dude just sat up there and lied. So you did experience it. I think this dude has just got a sick, twisted mind.
Love you from
This is a part where he's on tour and he says, I'll love you in the afterlife, and he just breaks down crying in the middle of his performance. He can't even get the words out because he's crying. It's like he knows he did something. And he just breaks down crying on stage. Yeah, this dude got some weird stuff going on, man. It's like he's just very emotional. Then he throws up the love. What do y'all think about this? Do y'all think he did that? Yeah, I don't know. It's like, to me, he almost realized he did some shit. Yeah, I don't know, man. This David dude is kind of creepy. Yeah, I don't know. Man. Oh, Celeste, the girl with my name tattooed on her chest, and they start bringing out all the receipts of them. And you start to see they was around each other quite a bit. You can't deny the allegations, my boy. This girl was 11 when you met her. You've been hanging out with her since she's been 13. You used to have her hide her face on purpose. See, look, bro, they had you in the Discord server with the same girl. Yeah, this song, I'm pretty sure it don't hit the same for a lot of people. Yeah, I don't know, man. This dude definitely, he's getting caught up.
One more dance by David. Look what he does. Y'all know how the girl was behind the back of the truck. That's him playing the clip of the girl. Look. They was dragging the dead body. Right? Look. Stay tuned. Look. It's not the girl, but wait for it. It's the dead body. Wait for it.
Hey, everybody double tap that screen and get the likes up, y'all. I want to mute some of his music playing.
Watch this, guys. Back of the trunk. They're picking up the body.
So this is his music video. This is in his music video.
And putting it in the back of the trunk. He's over. He's fried.
So in his music, are you just foreseeing the future, or you telling us some shit?
Look. And
then hold on. When he did that, it turned into a
fake clip.
Look like her.
To her.
I don't know. That's kind of creepy, fam. Because as soon as it happened, I don't know if y'all could see that it clipped to a part where it looked just like her. I don't know, man.
It's over. He's done. This came out 7 months ago. I don't know, man. He didn't try to hide it. Come on now.
Yeah, I don't know. That is creepy.
He put the body in the trunk. Come on, yo. Why nobody talking about this video? He's done.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I do want to see. I want to see that one part. See if I can catch it, because there was one part on that video where if you can see it, they clip to a part where it looks exactly like that little girl. It's weird as fuck. I'm gonna see if I can, because as soon as they close the trunk, y'all just gotta pay attention, because I might not be able to get it. But as soon as they close that trunk, it happens. You will see it. As soon as they close the trunk, it goes to a picture that looks just like the little damn girl. Just watch. All right, so pay attention to this.
In the back of the trunk. He's over. He's fried. Look.
Don't that look just like the little damn girl right there? Man, you cook, dog. This dude, you going to jail, fam. I don't know, man. Y'all ain't gonna be able to save this dude out of this one. This is too many coincidences. I don't believe in coincidences, but this dude got way too many of them. Oh shit. I don't want to play this Frank Ocean music, but it's okay. This is some strangest. This is what he posted. He said, "It's okay. We're still young, and we're still learning." Yeah, I don't know about that. It says, "Me if I see her talk with other dudes," and he's chopping up something. This is creepy. So see what I'm saying? This dude is creepy.
Magnesium.
Me, because even the slightest things make me jealous.
Magnesium.
Sorry.
Yeah, what the hell is wrong with this kid?
Pipette. Oh, sorry.
Me after learning about her past with other boys, I'm jealous and utterly disgusted about her actions. Yeah, I don't know what this dude got going on, man. I don't even want to play that. This dude got some weird shit going on. This dude is weird as hell. Yeah, this dude weird. What the fuck? every guy's personal hell watching his girlfriend defend another man to him. This dude is jealous. He just basically saying, I'm just jealous.
I can't count on you. I should never have trusted you. What we call angry devaluation. And it alternates with,
these are all things he posted. These are all his posts.
there's something inherently wrong with me. Now, as when I was a child, nobody can really love me and give me what I need. And there's something wrong and bad about myself.
Yeah, this is stuff that he was posting.
It's a hard pill to swallow. When someone says you've hurt them, their pain isn't up for debate.
These are some of the strangest things that this kid has posted. He's been letting y'all know that something is seriously wrong with him.
Most of us like to think of ourselves as good people, as people who wouldn't intentionally hurt others. But intent doesn't always align with impact.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
As soon as someone claims we have hurt them, our first instinct is to defend ourselves, to explain, to justify. Pain, however, is subjective. What seems harmless to you might cut deep for someone else.
Yeah, this dude was posting a lot of creepy stuff. The world knows your name for a song called Romantic Homicide, but then a real life tragedy is tied to it. Yeah, this dude definitely, the whole thing is sinister. This whole case is just sinister, man. This is all just some sinister stuff. This little kid is weird as fuck. David got missing girlfriend pregnant. Fans think he planted clues in his music. And this was June of 2024. And there she goes right there. There's a little girl right there. In June 27, 2024 at 10:12 p.m. That's David and Celeste. Hey, y'all think that's her? They're saying this was her at one of his shows, one of his events. Do y'all think that that's Celeste right there? He keeps getting caught up with this little girl. But they're saying they think he got her pregnant. Allegedly, he might have gotten her pregnant. I don't know. Y'all tell me. Did David get Celeste pregnant, and do y'all think that this is her? Do y'all think that this is Celeste right here? Let me know in the chat. Is this Celeste at David's show on June 27th, 2024, right after she went missing? She had went missing in what, May? So the next month she was with him, allegedly. Man, it's crazy work. He took this little girl. Nobody ever caught me. POV, unreleased David song. This is a Nobody Ever Caught Me. But I've spoken too soon. In the back of a police car. I forgot whatever I knew. I ain't telling nothing. Do the same if they ask you. What the fuck? What the fuck? About her? What? Yeah, this dude, yeah, he did that shit.
If you're following the David situation, another body was found.
Story sounds familiar to you. We started this newscast off with a body that was found in a different tow yard yesterday. That was in a Tesla owned by 20-year-old David Anthony Burke, a singer who's on tour right now. In this case, this body was found this afternoon inside that what appears to be a Honda in a South LA tow yard.
They found another body in a Honda in a separate tow yard. This is really scary. I don't think y'all understand how serious this is. The last video I put out went really viral. Almost 10 million views right now. But I feel like a lot of you guys were kind of making light of the situation that's happening right now. I noticed people in my comment section were saying that this was a marketing scheme because I guess he has a project or something coming out. And I'm just like, do you know there's actual dead people? Like, people died. In the car that was registered under David's name, it was the body of a woman. A family lost a loved one, and y'all in here talking about, oh, this is marketing. I'm seeing a bunch of people saying, oh, that David must have done this because of a song that he made. That sounds pretty relevant to this situation, but that's just a song. A song is a song. That's not proof. Things just happen to happen. This isn't me saying that he did it or he didn't do it. I don't have proof. You don't have proof. Why are we just making things up? Y'all really trying to YNW Melly this dude. Now imagine he don't make another song again, because look what y'all did last time you put out a hit. I'm seeing like memes about this whole situation all day, and I'm just like,
y'all know real people died, right? A woman was literally dismembered. Her body was cut up into pieces and put into a bag that they left inside the front trunk of a car. I was at work today and I decided to read some of my comments, and I seen the comments saying it was confirmed that David's body was in that car. And I'm like, where did y'all get this information from? Yo, the way that my heart dropped, because I really believed what somebody said for half a second until I went and did research myself, and I was like, y'all really would just say anything, huh? You don't even want to like fact check a little bit before you post? For anybody that doesn't know, David and his team are cooperating with the proper authorities on this matter, okay? So just wait until there's more information out there before you guys just start saying false things. Let me also add that there's no evidence that the body that was found in South Los Angeles is even connected to the body that was found in Hollywood. Both of these bodies were found one day apart. Police are currently trying to see if there is a connection. If you're
So there was another body that was found. Don't know if there's any connection to it, but this dude does look like a serial
He trained
unalive.
you.
So listen to this again.
He trained you.
He said he trained you. More clips released where David and the unalive 15-year-old was found in his Tesla, who was found in his Tesla trunk. Celeste Rivas making crazy PDF statements on stream. He also asked his mods to delete the stream and VODs again.
That's controversial.
It's controversial of raping
So she says R-wording the little ones.
kids.
She starts talking about doing things to kids. Like, what the hell? And then they mute it.
Really good.
Okay,
It's been a good one. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Mwah, 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 mwah. Oh my. Delete everything. Delete everything. Everything goes. Everything goes. Everything.
Then he deletes it. He starts talking about how he was training her. And yeah, this dude is weird, fam.
Only OGs remember this. Okay, so there was about 6.
Oh, shit. Damn it. My bad. Oh, hold on. Let me go back to my... Oh, shit. I lost my damn... Hold on. I lost my spot where I was just at. Hold on. Okay. Here you go. Boom.
Only OGs remember this. Okay, so there was about 60, 70 people in this D4vd known as David group chat. It was all us BandLab artists, okay? Around that time, BandLab started getting real popular after David because he kind of blew up BandLab because he made that hit song. And all those artists were in a group chat and he was giving us all the sauce and the preset. I know there's some artists that will remember this and know that just like him and just like me. I made a song with him, and then as he blew up, he changed up, he stopped hitting me up, and then he hit me up a couple months later. He was like, yo, bro, can you delete that song before the label takes it down? So I just said, yeah, but I didn't delete it from SoundCloud. So I have the song from SoundCloud, and I always like watched him because we were mutual for a couple months as we were talking. He was on Discord, he was just a normal guy, he would play Fortnite. And then next thing you know, he always used to post about God, but he stopped out of nowhere. The music industry, they don't like you talking about God. So he stopped. And once he stopped, his whole style changed. He turned into just like an emo freak in a way. And then his music just got dark. Music videos got dark. And this is coming out. So honestly, I don't know. It's weird.
So he's saying he used to do music with David, and David used to talk about God a lot. Then David blew up. And all of a sudden, he stopped messing with all the people he came up with. He stopped talking about God, and he started turning into an emo kid, and he just got really dark and sinister. So that's what a lot of people are saying that used to do music with him and are connected to him. So it says footage of David's Tesla has surfaced before it was impounded. Neighbors complained that the Tesla would play spooky music all day. They eventually called to have it towed after noticing a foul smell. The body of Celeste Rivas Hernandez was later discovered in the trunk. Yeah, I don't know why this case is so damn creepy. Right around Halloween, too. Yeah, what the fuck, y'all? This is some creepy shit. This is allegedly David's Tesla. So allegedly, they said it was playing spooky music all night and stuff like that. So I want to show y'all something real quick. Let me save this. And let me pull this up right here. I want to see if y'all can notice it. Can y'all notice it? Now look, not just his nails being painted, but I want to show y'all something. Look right there. Look right there. And look right there. He got the little girl damn bracelet on. He got the little girl bracelet on. This dude right here is he's going to jail, man. I don't know how much why y'all trying to defend this dude so much. But this is on his wrist and look at her wrist. They got the same damn, come on, man. Matching bracelets. There's no coincidence. The girl got a school uniform on, man. This dude is sick. This dude is sick. In the back of my mind, you died. This creepy ass dude get him off the internet. Hell, he got to go. Yeah, this dude got to go, man. He got to go.
Met Celeste when she was 11 years old. This is a picture of Celeste when she was 11 years old. Celeste Ribas. Someone recorded their DMs that they had with Celeste Ribas's blood brother, Matthew Ribas. They're just proving that it's his account. He has now since changed his name and private his account. I won't be sharing what he changed his name to, but he is, a lot of people are flooding his DMs, so I'll read them out loud for you guys. Dude, why does David follow you? All respect to your sister, and I hate how shitty people are being. Was it really him? Jesus, all love, man. Matthew says, yes, it was him, because he found my account out of nowhere and followed me after all the news came out to you. Did you and your family know of your sister being with him? Like, she was living with him? All this shit is so confusing and disgusting. I knew and went to the police about it, but lack of evidence, so it was waived off. The fact that they went to the police, and the police didn't take it serious, is a sad thought to think, because all it takes is one person to take that serious and really take the time to investigate that, and this could have possibly been avoided, but, how long has she been gone? Dead? 2 weeks. This is another thing. There was a big misconception where a lot of people were saying that she had been dead for months. Apparently, she had only been dead when they found the body for 2 weeks. Dude's a weirdo. His songs all have weird messages and imagery. Damn, was your sister like in love with him and choosing to stay? I'm guessing it was all him just manipulating her. Matthew says, yeah, she was always saying that he was waiting until she was 18 to get married and stuff like that. How many people do y'all think realistically knew about Celeste and how old she really was? That's a scary thing to think about. That's a very hard thing to hide. Allegedly dating since 2021, but there was definitely people who knew. More proof that this person that they're saying it is actually Celeste's brother. He sent, I'm seeing pictures of her. That's my sister, dog, he says. Him tweeting in 2022, just random, this could mean anything, but him tweeting in 22, the original posts are gone, but he was replying to someone saying, I'm 14. I don't personally joke about being younger than I am, so that's the him thing. I don't know, y'all take that how you will. Interesting. This is just more of the stories that she had posted on her boyfriend highlight with David.
So David was going around telling the young ones that he was young. He's saying he was underage. This dude is just sadistic as hell, man. He's an evil motherfucker, bro.
Not gonna lie, David kind of hot, too bad. This is again showing her finger with the David tattoo. You can't see it that clearly. I'll show you guys the high quality picture again. And it's the same ring of her hand with David tatted in red ink. The matching tattoos that they had where it says shush in black ink with what I'm assuming is a promise ring. And she has videos up of her with David at her. I can't stress it enough. David.
This could be anybody's cousin, aunt, niece, sister, family. You have to know how to enforce your own.
So yeah, that's crazy work, right? That's how young she was when he started talking to her, man. That's how young she was when he started talking to her. So look at this. Is this not Celeste right over here? So he's always got this girl. He's always got this girl around him. And she's been around him. She's been around him for quite some time.
So what inspired the hook, "In the Back of My Mind You Died," is kind of like the storytelling aspect of the lyrics that came before it, in a way that it builds up to the big moment where she died in the back of my mind. I didn't kill her physically, but in the back of my mind, she died. And I didn't even cry, not a single tear. I've seen people online take different meanings and interpretations from that one part of the song.
Hey, excuse me, quick question. Oh, shit. What are you up to? Call me my work clothes, bro. I also got the tie. I'm trying to clean up a little bit. You think Tyler's gonna get all that out? I hope so. What's your name? David. How are you feeling today? It's raining outside. I think I got a cold.
Oh my God. Since he's in LA, the time zone is 3 hours different. It actually was uploaded on the 7th, but it changes to the 8th because of the time zone.
Oh my God, it's September 7th for me. I'm not kidding.
Case cracked. Everything lines up. All right, guys, you're talking about, chat, what would be the odds of this? 365 times 365. We're talking about 1 out of 133,000. This is his last tweet. We're talking about a mathematical number. It's planned.
So what inspired the hook?
Man, this dude getting caught up by everybody.
I want to know what's the obsession.
And I'm gonna come back to that one. I'm gonna come back to that video. All right, so let's get ready to go here. Man. Y'all ready to get these videos started? All right, let's go. Start right here.
He knew exactly what he was doing. Let's start off with this lyric from one of his songs. He said, I don't care about the law when I'm with you because I be breaking it all the time. Here's it.
That nigga said, I don't care about the law when I'm with you because I be breaking it all the time. What does that mean, brother? Like, what are you saying this to this girl for? Girl, I don't care about the law when I'm with you. I be breaking it all the time. Sound like you might be riding with a girl who's not of age in your car.
Picture that he put on his close friends. It is said that he would only post his relationship with Celeste on his close friends because obviously nobody could see it. And this is them together. This is a tattoo that the 15-year-old girl had on her finger. This was also posted to Instagram and it says David. This is another Instagram story that he posted, but so cleverly he covers up her face because she is of course 15 years old. This is proof that for 2 years in a row, he uploaded love songs on Celeste's birthday. Her birthday is September 7, 2010. This is a missing poster that was actually being put on Facebook and social media by her family. Now, this one's a little bit confusing because it says she was last seen February 14th of 2024, and then there's another poster that says April 2024, so I'm not sure if she had a history of running away. This is another photo from December 2023 of David and Celeste together. This is a screenshot from his Discord where someone's saying he has a girlfriend. They're pretty sure he's dating and her name is Celeste. This is of course the matching tattoo that he had with her on his finger because obviously he couldn't put her name on his finger because she's 15. Proof that romantic homicide was uploaded on her birthday. This is another picture of them together, and on this one I think they were on FaceTime with someone. The person who put this photo said, Celeste and David, don't let me sleep. Another photo of the girl with David while they were like video chatting. Okay, so pay attention to this one. This is a photo of Celeste and David that was uploaded by a user named Lamp. Lamp said, hey, who's the girl? David said, you are a fed. David later says, I know that he leaked.
But hold on, how is somebody asking you who a girl is a Fed question? Like, what? How is that a federal question? He just said, who is the girl?
Already, we're literally preparing to sue him. He's about to owe me $30,000. This is a music video that he uploaded 7 months ago, which was 10 months after Celeste went missing. And it's a very scary music video where he's basically putting a body into a trunk and then burying it. And this isn't a separate video, but there's basically an unaliver standing in front of him at the edge of a bed. This is another Discord screenshot that Celeste herself apparently posted. She was replying to another girl and she posted this photo of David wearing a shirt that says, I love my girlfriend. And I'm assuming that that heart in the middle had a picture of them together as a couple. This is a tweet from May in 2022, and it said that they were talking in 2022. He said, when I was writing this, I got a notification from you as you were talking about wanting to be with your mom and your sister again. You said, take me where I belong, but our circumstances won't allow us to be in our ideal situations. We got to push through it. Was he insinuating that she wanted to go home and he wasn't letting her?
Man, this dude is, I don't know, man. It's starting to look like this dude might have had her against her will or some shit. She might have been held against her will or something. Let's go. So this is her brother. This is Celeste's brother right here. This is her brother. So when you go through here, let's look at some of these messages right here. Dude, why does David follow you? All respect to your sister, and I hate how shitty people are being. Was it really him? Jesus, all love, man. It says, yes, it was him, because he found my account out of nowhere and followed me. It says, fuck, well, he has it coming. That's wild, just randomly. Did you ever talk to him? And it says, I met him once in person. Did you and your family know of your sister being with him? Like, was she living with him? All of this shit is confusing and disgusting. I knew and went to the police about it, but lack of evidence. So it was waved off. It says bullshit. Now there's 1,000 people backing you up that won't happen again. But if they had listened, it says, even then, they don't do anything. They haven't even done anything towards him. It says that's how it is with celebrities. Just look at effing Diddy. They say they don't do ish. I know it fucking sucks. Effing crazy. People suffer from it. How long has she been gone? Dead? 2 weeks. Damn, that soon? People have been saying like a month. That dude's a weirdo. Songs all have been weird messages and imagery. It says, what do you think happened? Like, he just didn't want to expose, he just didn't want her exposing him being with her? He says, I don't know. Says, was your sister like in love with him and choosing to stay? I'm guessing it was all him manipulating her. Yeah, she was always saying that he was waiting till she was 18 to get married and stuff like that. Effing sick. What's crazy, all those people in his circle who knew and didn't say nothing. I saw one guy did and got sued by him. I'm sure you wouldn't, I'm sure you would have too if you kept pushing. And it says, dog, what? I never knew that. My sister wouldn't say anything, ever. It says, dude, there is so much ish in that Discord he has. It says, what the F? There's a Discord? Yeah, it was just a fan Discord and stuff. I wasn't in it, obviously, but from what I know, it was recently active. But from what I know, he was recently active in it. And some screenshots and screen recordings were posted today and yesterday after the news show one guy saying this. And it says about the missing girl, Celeste. They were talking about Celeste in his Discord server. And then it says 95% sure it's legit. Someone who was in the server before it was locked screen recorded it and looking up this message and edited it, or they edited or anything. It says, what the F? No fucking way, dude. Please send more if you know, dude. And it says, I got you, bro. Let me find everything that's being posted for you. That's why I said so many people were after David. Now after this, they have found so much more evidence to back this shit up. Dude, I never knew this ish. It says only a small number were aware of it until today. I wish I would have known. I could have used this. And it says, you didn't have your sister added on Discord, right? I don't even have Discord. Yeah, I was just seeing because someone took a screenshot of her account supposedly. And it says, this is what I got. Then they started sending them stuff. They sending them stuff, sending them stuff, and sending them stuff. And then this is all the Discord stuff that was coming out. It says, are those photos of her? And that song was unreleased by David. And it says, here's a video just proving those messages are real and stuff. And it says, are those photos her? The brother says, yes, the photos are her. And then it says, do you know of any of your sister's Instagram accounts? There were some messages people said were her messages, was her messaging friends, but not really confirmed yet. Then he sends him those text messages, and then the brother sends pictures of the sister and says, that's my sister, dog. And it says, fuck, it is. So he sends the pictures of his sister, how she looks, and he's confirming like that was my sister in the pics. And it says, you think this is real? And he asks about the screenshots of the text messages. He says, yes, I do. I know who Gus is. He's dead. And it says, what happened? He got pew-pewed, dead. And it says, you think by David or just some other ish? And it says other stuff. And that's the end of the text thread right there. Crazy, crazy, crazy works. And it says, okay. So those are the messages from the brother. And it is the brother. It does confirm the brother. The brother has said some stuff, maybe to me, maybe not to me. I don't know who he's talking to, but he's definitely gave some information.
Page girl. No, he would give him his number.
So this is all receipts that are coming out from David. This is all the receipts coming out. So this is him with her. He's always with Celeste. Always.
Smell her on my clothes, I said.
with her all the time, always together. And this is definitely that girl. They trying to make it like there's two different Celeste. Nah, that's the same chick. Because the other girl would have been came out by now. Kids, Celeste in here. Hi, David. So they always video chatting and everything. And she was coming out saying that she only bled with him and he made her. Like, this is sick, bro. Allegedly that happened. So this is all the messages coming out of the Discord server and her with him always. The fact that you made a song about a little girl, bro. Missing you so much makes me depressed. Look, for the people that said that wasn't her, that's her hat he got on the damn hat. Man, this shit crazy. This crazy work. This is crazy work, y'all. This is crazy work right here. Yeah, this dude did that shit. I don't care what nobody talking about. David ain't. He's guilty.
More David and Celeste.
Allegedly.
People are really digging deep into this. So someone says, please adopt me, I need it. And David comments and tags this user and says, should we? But if you notice, the 9/7 is also Celeste's birthday. So people are definitely speculating that this was Celeste's account. We've got this as well, which is from a Discord chat. As you can see, David right here says, I'll join the group chat with wifey and give y'all the story time. And then he says, me and deleted user got a kid on the way. Obviously, deleted user, the account has now been deleted that he had tagged. Now, from doing some more deep diving on this, the comment was posted on July 11th, 2024. Obviously, if you do the math, if this was Celeste he was tagging, she would have already had the baby by now. Definitely seems like every time I get on social media, there is something new. I'll be keeping you guys updated with all the information that I find.
Man, this situation just gets crazier every day. It's another weird version of this story coming out.
This David and Celeste situation just keeps getting worse. Whenever I open up my computer, there's something new. There's a new update that just makes you want to throw up. It's gross. Everything is gross about the situation. There's nothing good coming out of this. The only positive thing that has came out in the last 24 hours is that David finally found it in his heart to end the remaining U.S. tour dates while being investigated for murdering a 15-year-old girl that he was supposedly dating.
So he did cancel his tour. His tour dates have all been canceled. They have stopped selling merch. The album is not dropping. His record label is pushed back and said no album will come out, no more shows. This guy has completely cut off everything, and he just went gone. He's disappeared. No one's heard a word from David.
He also has found it in his heart to take down the bloody t-shirt merch that he was selling on his website while going through this investigation. You don't want to be that guy who's walking around taking credit from people, but this should have been done earlier. Like day one, the minute they found a dead body in your Tesla, you should have stopped all the weirdo activities, taking down the bloody merch that went down, stop bringing coffins to your show. That should have stopped. You should have canceled all tour dates, period. But it kept going. Now, one thing for sure and one thing for certain, not only is he a weirdo, but you also have to put blame on the people around this situation. Because it's almost for certain that they filled this girl Celeste. I've seen a video of a teacher, like her literal teacher, talking about how he was aware that her and David were like hanging out or they were like being together.
Picture on TMZ
and that's I'm glad I'm not the only person that thinks that this shit was weird and this wasn't like, oh great, I'm glad someone's finally spoke. No, fuck that. Why are you so grown but in a classroom with kids talking about how you knew a kid was with a grown man and was running away to be with him and you didn't go to you got all this shit in your phone. The police needs to be knocking on your door and asking, and you need to be fired. Matter of fact, let me find out what's, you know what, dude? Don't even worry about it. I promise you, I got something for you. Let me find, anybody got information on that dude, please send it to my DM so I can figure out what school that is that she was going to
and I used to call about this damn shit. This is all over social media. Your teacher is out there gossiping with the children instead of going to the police with the information. I'm gonna handle it. Don't even worry about it.
The other kid exchanging stuff with the rapper who we alleged did this stuff. Hold on a second, because he's also in my classroom.
Wait, how long?
You ain't gonna have a classroom too much longer when I get done with you, but just wait for it.
We all just found out yesterday who it was, but she's been missing since I taught her. So when I taught her, she met this dude on social media. He was a rapper in LA. He came and got her. She ran away from home. She was gone for like a month. The cops found her in Hollywood, brought her back to our school. She came back to our school, had to told people this story. She disappeared again in May of that year, May of 2024. That's when her friends told me what happened, and it was this rapper. And then I found out yesterday that she's now dead in that rapper's car, cut into pieces. You want to know how they met? I feel like I just said it. Social media.
If you didn't catch it, he said that after she kept running away and coming back and then running away, that some of the students let him know, hey, she's with this famous rapper. His name is David. She's with this dude. And then he didn't think nothing of it, and then she ended up dead. And now he's warning the students, hey, you should probably not go down her path. But if they told you she was with this rapper dude who was a grown man, why didn't you as a teacher alert the police? Why didn't you as a teacher talk to them folks? Why didn't you as a teacher do more to protect this chick? People let her down all across the board.
Yeah, she was let down, and I'm starting to notice all the cases that I cover with a little girl attached to it. Every single one of the cases that I cover with a little girl attached to it, it always comes down to everybody failing the little girl. It always comes down to it.
After watching the interview that he did just 4 months ago with Zach Sangs, I think they're going to get him on premeditated charges.
And it's kind of going to click for everybody at the same time. I'm so excited to see what that kind of looks like in real time.
I watched the whole interview so that you guys don't have to, and I'm going to show you the clips that you need to see because these are very eerie, and it is very, very clear here that I believe, in my opinion, that this was all premeditated. What we're witnessing here is David turning a very gruesome crime into a publicly monetized performance. Now, the most recent tour that he just started on July 30th is called the Withered Tour, and that started in California. And this is also the show and the tour where he premiered all of these funeral themes, and that's when he started bringing caskets to each show. And he explains what that means and that this was a project that started in 2023 and ended in 2025. Those dates seem to line up with his relationship with Celeste. They met, at least the first public photo of them meeting in person was December of 2023.
I told y'all, now he prepped her online, and by the time she was 13, that's when they got physical. Once he met her at 11 though, around 1-1 they met, and then by 13 they was kicking it.
And we all know that she probably didn't make it to August of 2025. So this is one project that he has been planning. It's been years in the making, okay?
The entire aesthetic of this project is returning to the dust. A rose grows from the dirt and then it also decays back into the dirt. So with this project, the way I made it, the way I'm talking about the themes on this project, the way I'm talking about my emotions and my feelings, it's all returning to the dirt with this. It's like a entire life cycle.
Okay, in a life cycle that connects to the other EPs possibly, Petals to Thorns, and then the Lost Petals?
Yep.
And we need 200 subscribers to get to 195K. We almost there, gang. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Make sure you double tap that screen and get these likes up. Let's go.
All the through lines. So basically with Petals to Thorns, I view that as my introduction. That was my debut, you know? And then with the Lost Petals, it's kind of continuation of that story. And then this is like the ending of it.
Then he goes on to talk about the invisible string theory. And then I think that he's mentioning Celeste here. I mean, he's talking about the girl who he's referring to in this song and says that she's no longer in his life. This was 4 months ago.
Album cover, I'm covered in this string, which is representative of the invisible string theory. But throughout the entire project, I wanted everything to feel connected. I wanted everything to feel holistic and have a through line that everybody could understand. And with the interlude, it's kind of explaining from my perspective how it was taught to me, because that's a real conversation that happened. And the irony of it was that person that was saying, I love you, she's not in my life anymore. So it's like people say that the string can't be cut and the connection cannot be severed, but I feel like it can sometimes. And that's where I wanted to put, Afterlife and all these songs that feel like endings and conclusions and goodbyes on the project to kind of solidify that message.
That sounds like a fucking message you sending out. Goodbyes, severed, and conclusions. This is some sinister stuff.
this is the end of something, not the beginning.
Then after that, he goes on to talk about the reoccurring visuals that he wanted to make very easily understandable for his fans, and then says that it's because this has all been one project that is now coming to an end. Now we know that the reoccurring themes are, one, I think white roses represent Celeste because white roses represent innocence. They're seen in his romantic homicide video. They're also seen in the anime version of that, silencing one of the characters. And then the white roses are also seen on the caskets that he's bringing to these shows that just started in July. Now, along with the reoccurring white rose theme, we also have the theme of dismemberment, which is another reason why I think this is going to go to Premeditated, because a lot of these music videos, including Rehab, which was posted, I believe, 2 years ago, at least 2 years ago, so this is years in the making, depicts him dismembering a girl who is wearing a tube top and black pants, which is what the police reported that Celeste was found in, at least the parts of her body that they found in the trunk of his Tesla.
I want to keep having the theme show up visually. That's a big thing for me, especially with Tommy and my alter ego, keeping these concepts and things alive and very visual and easy to understand for the fans, because once they hear the album and they hear Invisible String Theory, it's all going to connect. Right now, I'm just explaining it in interviews and explaining it like to the fans at the shows and stuff like that. But once they hear this interlude and hear the project, it all kind of connects and it's kind of going to click for everybody at the same time. I'm so excited to see what that kind of looks like in real time.
That bit at the end where he talks about how he can't wait to see how this plays out in real life really creeps me out. It makes me think that he is liking what's happening now, that this was all part of his plan, and that he thinks this is art, and it is not art at all. This is some sick, twisted pedo who had fantasies that he recreated in his real life, and he thinks that that's art. The sad thing is that this little girl who had her whole entire life taken away by this man was actually the real artist. She was clearly the muse for a lot of his songs, a lot of his videos. He would have been nothing without her. He would have had no content. He would have had no songs. He would have had no music videos. She was the artist and she was the star, and I think that we need to remember her that way. She deserves justice. Let me know what you think in the comments.
I wanted to be involved in this or have a heartbreak for myself, so I kind of just like made up these scenarios of myself getting heartbroken and being in love and stuff like that, and I would write songs about things that never happened, and that would just become my life.
Man. This dude, he gave away a lot of messages in the public eye. He definitely did.
Someone recorded their DMs that they had with Celeste Rebos's blood brother, Matthew Rebos. They're just proving that it's his account. He has now since changed his name and private his account. I won't be sharing what he changed his name to, but he is, a lot of people are flooding his DMs, so I'll read them out loud for you guys. Dude, why does David follow you? All respect to your sister, and I hate how shitty people are being. Was it really him? Jesus, all love, man. Matthew says, yes, it was him, because he found my account out of nowhere and followed me after all the news came out to you. Did you and your family know of your sister being with him? Like, she was living with him? All this shit is so confusing and disgusting. I knew and went to the police about it, but lack of evidence, so it was waved off. The fact that they went to the police and the police didn't take it serious is a sad thought to think, because all it takes is one person to take that serious and really take the time to investigate that, and this could have possibly been avoided. But how long has she been gone? Dead? 2 weeks. This is another thing. There was a big misconception where a lot of people were saying that she had been dead for months. Apparently, she had only been dead when they found the body for 2 weeks. Dude's a weirdo. His songs all have weird messages and imagery. Damn, was your sister like in love with him and choosing to stay? I'm guessing it was all him just manipulating her. Matthew says, yeah, she was always saying that he was waiting until she was 18 to get married and stuff like that. How many people do y'all think realistically knew about Celeste and how old she really was? That's a scary thing to think about. That's a very hard thing to hide. Allegedly dating since 2021, but there was definitely people who knew. More proof that this person that they're saying it is actually Celeste's brother. He sent unseen pictures of her. That's my sister, dog, he says. Him tweeting in 2022, just random, this could mean anything, but him tweeting in 22, the original posts are gone, but he was replying to someone saying, I'm 14. I don't personally joke about being younger than I am, so that's a him thing. I don't know, y'all take that how you will. Interesting. This is just more of the stories that she had posted on her boyfriend highlight with David. Not gonna lie, David kind of hot, too bad. This is again showing her finger with the David tattoo. You can't see it that clearly. I'll show you guys the high quality picture again. And it's the same ring of her hand with David tatted in red ink. The matching tattoos that they had where it says shush in black ink with what I'm assuming is a promise ring. And she has videos up of her with David at her. I can't stress it enough. David met Celeste when she was 11 years old. This is a picture of Celeste when she was 11 years old. Celeste Rebos, the victim that was brutally found, murdered in David's Tesla trunk. This is her at the age that David met her.
Crazy work, right? Crazy work. Let's continue.
I promise this is my last video. I promise. So, just came to my attention that he was talking in his Discord chat a lot about his obsession with watching gore videos, essentially what I would assume are like snuff films. And he talked about how he saw an execution on Reddit when he was like 14, okay? And he was saying something that like he doesn't even watch adult content anymore because he watches gore, which him even bringing that up makes me assume that he was getting off on the gore.
So this dude was in Discord saying he doesn't watch adult films anymore. He watches gore. So when he's getting off, you know, you might type in a big booty or something, or ladies, you know, you might type in the whoop-de-whoop. And no, he's typing in, no, he want to see something like Friday the 13th when he's watching his, you know what I'm saying? He's getting into some weird stuff. So the red stuff, he liked the way that
because why would he attribute those two things together? But the thing that I was wondering is if he was so obsessed with snuff films, is there a chance that he made a snuff video of one of the crimes that he committed? And I hope for the sake of the victim, the answer is no. For the sake of the victim, I hope no one ever sees any photos or videos of what happened, because the public does not need to know any of that information. In terms of his behavior, was he making a snuff film? And I actually think that if he's guilty, I mean, who knows? They haven't said if he's a suspect or not, but I think that this crime was premeditated before he even had a victim. It was not a crime of passion. It sounds like this was something he was planning on doing for a while, and he was just waiting for the right victim. And didn't the cops take his laptop? What if they're looking for the video? Dude, this case gets more and more weird the more info that comes out. Sorry, I'm just gonna add one last thing here instead of making another video. He always talked about in his interviews how he was homeschooled in high school, and he seems to be a little bit stunted on that. The car agrees. I kind of think that if he's a PDF, it was also because he seems to be emotionally stunted at the age that he began being homeschooled, and it's almost like he wants to relive what he never got to live, which was like being a cool, popular teenage boy that all the girls liked. Like, he never got that, and that seems to be like his fixation in a way.
That's kind of true. He is kind of fixated with the younger crowd, and he seems to love the kids, man. He loves the kids.
I might be wrong, or I might be onto something. So there's an actor that looks similar to the 15-year-old girl Celeste, right? In one of his music videos. And you know what's so crazy is I was looking up Celeste on Instagram. This woman pops up and she looks like the girl in the video.
Because he was obsessed with this girl. That's why everyone keeps saying there's like all these different Celestes. He was obsessed with that little girl, so everybody around him, he wanted to find people who looked like Celeste, named Celeste. This dude was weird. He was fantasizing about this girl that was the age of 1 when they met. And everything around him, he made it his life about that little girl. This is creepy.
And I could be wrong, but this Celeste looks like the model actor person who he chose to play Celeste in this video. And it's ironic and eerie that her name is also Celeste. And look, maybe I'm reaching, maybe I'm tweaking, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just a coincidence and this girl isn't her. But I noticed a similarity. I noticed similarities, okay? Same lip combo, similar eye shape, and it's hard to tell right now because, you know, she has a different outfit, different angle, different everything. I don't know, y'all. The lighting is different, but the face
Hey, I need those Discord messages.
shape is the same.
Can anybody find me somebody
The
who's in that
teeth look
server?
the same. The nose looks the same. The eyes look the same to me. The eyebrows. I don't know, guys. I think this is sus.
Can anybody find me somebody who knew somebody that was in that Discord server? I need to find somebody that was in that Discord server. So somebody please get me in touch with somebody who can get me in touch with somebody, or get me in touch with the right person. Because I want to talk to somebody from that Discord server. I need the information from that Discord.
I noticed in the month of January, he did not make a single post. And then he comes back in February with this whole new persona with the contact lenses, and he has this project called Withered. If y'all go through all of David's posts and you keep track of all the posts that the real Celeste Instagram account actually liked, you'll see that she was on again, off again, liking his posts all the way up until December 2024, you guys.
December 2024 is when a disconnect happens.
And then no more from Celeste ever since then. So it leads me to believe, you know, if he didn't do it, whether or not David is guilty, she was possibly unalive in the month of January 2025.
No, I don't think that. I don't think that that's right. I don't think she was unalive. I think it was here recent. I think whatever happened was here recently. The timeline saying 2 weeks. The family has came out and said it was possibly 2 weeks. So if that's the case, if she was unalive 2 weeks ago and David is on tour, hey Vasilis, move. If she's on tour, if he's on tour and she just got unalive 2 weeks ago, or the body just got discovered, it's somebody's moving something around, or he had somebody do something. One way or another, his hands are on this. Your hands are on this situation, whether you want to believe it or not, fans. This dude is tied to her death in some type of way. We just don't know what way.
We now have evidence that David got Celeste pregnant before her life was taken.
So somebody did say in the thing that she was sold to him, and I need to check that Discord server. So anybody whoever said that, hit me up on Instagram. My Instagram is TheRatchetTV, THE RatchetTV, TheRatchetTV. Hit me up on Instagram.
Well, a brand new Discord message was just leaked from July of 2024 where David says, "I'll join the group chat with wifey and give y'all story time." He then says, "Me and deleted user got a kid on the way." And that same deleted user posted this image, which is allegedly of Celeste's hands with the name David. And this image where she is allegedly with David somewhere that looks like backstage. And the timeline does match up to after she went missing and was with David. And people from this chat said that she was known to delete her account so that people wouldn't find her and they wouldn't find out about her relationship with David. And the Discord staff has officially spoken out saying they were never aware of her true age or that she was a missing person, and they thought that she was around 18 or 19. They said they no longer associate with David or support his actions and are deeply saddened by the situation. And just to put things in perspective, this is how Celeste looked when she met David, and you cannot tell me that she looks of age. Rest in peace to Celeste. Let me know what you guys think, and as always, I'll keep you guys updated.
Yeah, David, everything is pointing to you not making it out this situation, my boy.
All right, guys.
So before you not make it out this situation, it seems like you might possibly do something to yourself. I'm just gonna guess.
Let's take
allegedly
a look at some of these messages between someone on IG and Celeste's brother Matthew. Now, he seems pretty adamant that David did this to his sister. At first, I was not going to share these messages because this was a private conversation, but they are starting to circulate online, and I do feel like we need to bring awareness to this because this was a huge system failure. And this is something that we see a lot. This is something that I talk about on my page a lot while covering other cases, and because this case is so high profile, I feel like we definitely need to talk about this and get more people aware. So the conversation starts with this person asking Celeste's brother why David is following him, and asks if it was really him who did this to his sister. And he responds back, yes, it was him, because he found my account out of nowhere and followed me. He says he only met David in person once. This person asks him if the family knew about Celeste being with David and how she was living with him even though she was missing. And he says, I knew and went to the police about it, but there was, quote, lack of evidence, so it was waved off. He goes on to say that with all of the stuff circulating online about David now, he still doesn't think that law enforcement is going to do anything. And this is what I'm talking about. Huge failure in our system. All authorities needed to do was put in a little bit of effort, and they would have been able to arrest this guy at least on statutory RAPE charges in order to protect this minor who he was living with. But instead, it seems like it was swept under the rug. Was it because he's a celebrity? Was it because he had money? Who knows? They then ask, how long has Celeste been gone? And Matthew responds, dead? 2 weeks. And this correlates with the timeline that I put together where David actually had a 60+ hour of free space in between shows. Between, I think it was August 24th and August 26th. During that break, he could have gone anywhere. He could have done anything. He could have plotted.
Salute TT for the $5. Thank you, TT.
This person then goes on to ask, was your sister in love with him and choosing to stay? And Matthew says, yeah, she was always saying that he was waiting till she was 18 to get married and stuff like that. Now, do I think that Celeste was really in love with this guy? I don't think so. I think that this is just an example of Stockholm Syndrome. She met David when she was 10. If you guys have been keeping up with the videos I've been posting here on my page, it did seem like Celeste started following David and joining his Discord server as a fan of his. And it seems like he just took advantage of her young vulnerability and the state that she was in of not wanting to be at home, which is typical manipulative behavior. Now, before everyone starts saying, like, how do we really know that this is Celeste's brother's account? Well, prior to all of these photos of Celeste circulating online, he actually sent photos of Celeste from his account to this page right here of his sister to prove that he is actually her brother. Of course, I'll keep you guys updated as information comes out. What are you guys thinking? Obviously, more could have been done, more should have been done by law enforcement, and I also feel like this is a situation where more should have been done by the adults in Celeste's life as well.
Yeah, everybody failed her. Salute to Shauna for being a member for 35 months. Y'all dropped the flowers for Shauna. Thank you so much for the support. Let's continue, guys.
This is the biggest news of LA right now. Popular artist David is at the center of this investigation. Here's what we know. A body was found in a Tesla that was registered to David. And now authorities are diving into Celeste Riva's disappearance. And while we're not going to jump into conclusions, the internet is buzzing with speculation. In the wake of this, David has canceled the remainder of his US tour. And if you bought tickets, they are being refunded to you. David's music label is halting the release of his deluxe album, along with any other promotional activities. And it doesn't stop there. Authorities are also searching his LA home, and they're actually looking for traces of blood and collected hair samples while they're there. And if you've been online this week, fans are piecing all their speculations and theories together, and it's honestly really wild. We're definitely keeping an eye out on how the situation unfolds, and I'll keep you posted with all the factual updates that are going on with this. Honestly, it's been so crazy to be online and watch what everyone is saying. Like, the documentary to all this going on is gonna be insane.
Hey, you know they're gonna come out with a docu-series about this too. This gonna be a little sinister kid who got famous and took out some little girl, allegedly.
But it is a symbol of purity, loyalty, and romance. But that's not the reason I took a liking to it.
Confession itself. Why are we not talking about this?
But it is a symbol of purity, loyalty, and romance, but that's not the reason I took a liking to it. You see, when a human being is drained of all of its blood, it becomes pale.
What the fuck is this?
Lifeless, just as the rose, visually appealing.
Yeah, this dude is creepy as fuck.
Only good to observe and admire. But the moment you go to pick it up, you get stabbed.
I don't know about this dude, bro.
But I, or should I say a separate part of me, indulges himself in the thorns, dousing himself in the blood of his own negligence without even vetting the misleading beauty.
Yeah, I don't know. This is some creepy shit.
Wearing a blindfold only to escape a self-made hell.
What are y'all thoughts on this?
Accountable only to pain. I have placed this part of me throughout this project in different areas of melody,
It's like he has a fascination with this.
lyrics, and delivery. You'll feel it when you get there. Follow me now through this journey of holding a rose petal
I will not follow you on this journey. I will not.
by petal until they fall short. And I have no choice but to catch it by the thorn.
Look at this shit. What the fuck? Oh no, this dude definitely sold his soul. These people over here playing in our face. These people playing in our face.
One of David's moderators came out and said that they did not know that Celeste was a minor. They said that they believe due to Celeste's role in the Discord server, they thought that she was 18 or 19. They had no idea that she was actually 14. She had gone missing in April of 2024, and her body was found the day after her 15th birthday. What would have been her 15th birthday. So I think what happened is she was still 14 when she was deceased. I think she had been deceased for a while since her body was already, unfortunately, decomposing. It is an extremely sad situation, and someone who's in that Discord, a moderator, is still communicating with the server as this is all going on, which to me is kind of odd. I personally don't think they should be having any sort of contact with that Discord. I don't think they should be saying anything in the Discord. Coming out and putting in the Discord like none of us knew that she was only 14, that to me doesn't seem okay. You should just wrap it up and let the investigation happen instead of going into like a Discord and saying stuff like that. But that's my opinion. Y'all let me know what you think. And as always, pray for justice for the family.
I don't know about that family. They give me kind of weird vibes too. I'm gonna be real.
That's a real conversation that happened. And the irony of it was that person that was saying, I love you, she's not in my life anymore. So it's like people say that the string can't be cut and the connection cannot be severed, but I feel like it can sometimes. I really wanted the listeners to feel like they're reading a book almost, and they get into a different chapter with every song, but there's also that kind of pause where they can take every song in by itself and then have this kind of visual landscape in this interlude to kind of be in my head and my mindset and why I wrote the project like this and how everything went, just to like keep them even more interested and connected throughout the project for sure.
At the end of the interlude, correct me if I'm wrong here, she says I love you. You don't respond. She says I love you again. It repeats itself and you don't respond. Was that done purposely?
Absolutely, because the next song after that is This Really Love? So it's kind of like a lead into that kind of a transition type thing, you know?
Man. It says, then is it really love? Invisible string theory. Yeah, he got some weird shit going on.
Like that, I loved you before I existed, and I'll love you even when I die.
And a lot of people said that sounds like Celeste. That does sound like the same girl from that stream.
But yeah, like it's like
That does sound like Celeste. That's kind of creepy.
it's weird, it's strange, it's unpredictable. Yeah. So don't leave me.
What the fuck? What do y'all think about this? This is creepy as fuck. So this is like his weird album. And that did sound like Celeste. I'm gonna be real, that did sound like Celeste. That definitely sounded like her. Oh man, that was creepy. This is a creepy freaking case.
Turns out the singer David was diddling minors, and the girl found in his Tesla trunk was his underage dead girlfriend. He even had an unreleased song named after her called Celeste. They had matching tattoos that said shh on them with dots. And one time she was even on the stream and he kind of quietly like shooed her away off camera. It was pretty weird. Now he is in hot trouble. He has canceled all his remaining tour dates and now the investigation is getting heated. I feel like his lawyer is watching all the TikToks and all the stuff stack up with the evidence and sweating right now. Mind you, the girl was Celeste Rivera. She was 15 years old and she was reported missing a whole year ago. I'm just wondering how long she was in that trunk for, and also her family made comments on this. They knew she had a boyfriend named David. I don't think they knew that this guy was like a 20-year-old singer. Investigators are treating her death like a homicide right now and investigating it like a homicide. A cause of death has not been announced though. Her family has not really made any comments regarding her death yet though. The story keeps changing because when I made the video a couple weeks ago or a week ago originally, they said the body wasn't that decomposed, it was slightly decomposed. Now they're saying it's severely decomposed. So it was probably in that trunk for many months. People are also saying that he released a song every single year on her birthday. And it is very odd with that unreleased song titled after her first name. Listen, if all these findings are just coincidental, that would be absolutely insane in his case. His sponsors have been dropping him like flies after the body was found and people are starting to connect the dots. What is going on with like everyone these days? Like why is everyone diddling minors, dude? Also, I mean, the Epstein files, they haven't even released that yet. But, I mean, I'll keep you guys updated as this unfolds. This seems like it's going to be a huge case right now. I am actually very eager to see what they find next. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
Yeah, this is, I don't know. I don't know what they could possibly find next. And I'm wondering why they haven't done a press conference yet.
Hey guys, so someone in David's Discord just sent me a screenshot from David's staff team of Twitch and Discord, and they addressed this whole situation. Listen to what they had to say. We, the Discord and Twitch staff team, want to clarify what we knew and didn't know regarding Celeste. We were not aware of her true age or that she was a missing person. We also did not have any public contact with her outside of what was public. From what was shared in David's Twitch streams and from her role in the server, we understood her to be around 18 to 19 years old. She appeared in 2 streams, but otherwise was not active in the server, and we did not have ongoing communication with her. Most of us are not located in California, so we were not aware of any missing persons reports connected to her. Additionally, the staff team has had minimal contact with David or his management. The mention of her full name within the server was not seen in real time due to how fast the chat moves when David pings everyone. As a result of this situation, the majority of the staff team has left the server and we no longer associate with David. We do not support his actions in any capacity. Our priority has always been the well-being of members in this community. We are deeply saddened by the situation and extend our prayers to Celeste's family. May she rest in peace and may her family receive justice. Now, for people who did not know Celeste in person, I understand why they wouldn't know her true age. Her profile does say that she is over 18, but is that an excuse that David can use as someone who was around her in person? I honestly do not think so. Celeste was in David's Discord since January 4th, 2021, when she was 10 years old. There is no way that he could have thought a 10-year-old was someone who was 18 or older. This is 100% giving behavior. I think that she started off as a fan of his, and I think that he took advantage of the fact that she was unhappy at home and that she wanted to run away and did not have a place to go to, and I think that he provided that for her, and as a child she did not know that what was going on between the two of them was wrong. This case goes very, very deep. There's so much to unpack in this Discord and so much more information that is going to come to light, not just when it comes to David, but people who were also involved with David and or Celeste. Make sure that you guys are following me. I will keep you guys up to date on the latest information, and as I find things out, I will be sure to share with you guys.
So what do y'all think about that? Allegedly, she was 10 years old when she got into his server. When she got into that Discord,
New details now.
Allegedly 10 years old.
In a story we've been following for nearly 2 weeks, singer David has canceled the rest of his U.S. tour after a girl's body was found in the car of his car at a tow yard.
He was scheduled to perform tonight in San Francisco and tomorrow night here in Los Angeles. This comes as police investigate the death of a 15-year-old Celeste Rivas, who was reported missing from Lake Elsinore last year and found dead in David's car. Yesterday marked the second day in a row officers searched the Hollywood Hills home where he had been staying. Authorities are still working to determine how Rivas died and whether foul play was involved. The medical examiner notes she had a tattoo reading SHHA on her index finger. David had the same one.
She always quiet, nice. She come like if she buy like a chips, soda, and leave.
David, whose real name is David Anthony Burke, has not been charged with any crime and has yet to make any public statements.
And I'm wondering why the hell this dude ain't charged with something yet. He got to be getting charged with something. But the fact that they went and searched that home kind of leads me to believe that something is coming for him. Because if he wasn't a suspect, they would not be searching his house right now. So you got to think about that. If he was not a suspect in this crime, they would not be searching his house right now.
Hey guys, so David's record label Interscope has officially pulled the release of his deluxe album that was slated to come out today, September 19th, 2025. And mind you, the deluxe album announcement was posted on Celeste's birthday. Now Interscope has seemed to have stopped promoting David as well as this stuff has been coming out about him. And based on chatter behind the scenes, it does seem like Interscope has dropped David pending this investigation. We also know that David was removed from an upcoming Hollister/Croc collab, and that his 2025 A Withered World tour has been paused indefinitely due to this investigation. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen this artwork right here from a project that David was working on. It says Celebration of Life Itami from the David Universe, February of 2023 to August of 2025. Now, Itami is a Japanese word that means pain, damage, or a state of suffering. It can also refer to the feeling of being bruised or in distress. Now, from what we know, Celeste and David knew each other at least since 2022. The two were in some sort of relationship. There's concrete proof of that in 2023. So I'm wondering if these dates right here are actually symbolic of his relationship with her, meaning maybe the two started dating in February of 2023 and things ended in August of 2025 one way or another. It does seem like she probably did pass away at some point in August, so that's why I'm saying like there's got to be something deeper to these dates. In one of my prior videos, I did share text messages of Celeste telling a friend that she was intimate with another guy and that David was really mad about it, and that was the guy and stuff like that, but they ultimately worked everything out.
That was Gus. Listen to that again.
Of Celeste telling a friend that she was intimate with another guy and that David was really mad about it, and he was crying and stuff like that, but they ultimately worked everything out.
That guy ended up getting pew-pewed. The brother says it didn't have nothing to do with David, but it's starting to look like, bro, this dude ain't no telling what the fuck was going on, because he definitely got her up out of here. So he might have got Gus up out of here too.
This just so happens to be around the same time period where he was reposting things like this on social media. So I'm wondering if he maybe found out something that Celeste was doing, or found out that Celeste may have been talking to someone else while he was away on tour, which caused him to get really mad and then come back and act in a fit of rage, or have someone else in LA do something to her. And maybe that's why he's referencing this specific time period of the two of them dating as a state of suffering for him, because he's viewing her and his relationship as something that he was only hurting during. I don't know, you guys, this is just my thought process right now with what information we have at the moment. And I just feel like after looking into him, after seeing the stuff that he posts, after reading his captions, after looking at his song lyrics, there are hidden messages behind the things that he is writing, behind the things that he's typing, and behind the things that he's singing.
I agree with that. He definitely got hidden messages in it. And I seen Jelly Bean say, "Who is Gus?" If you remember the messages I was showing from the brother, her brother came out and said that there was another guy named Gus that she was with. Now, Gus ended up dying. He ended up getting pew-pewed. But saying it didn't have nothing to do with him, but allegedly.
New information about David and Celeste Hernandez. Celeste had an Instagram that she used under this account, and yesterday her sister made the account public, and she asked anybody if they have any information to send it to her on this account. She put a post up on this account with old pictures of Celeste, and she also put the GoFundMe right here in the link, so if you guys want to go donate to that. But this Instagram account is linked to some very crucial information that people that know Celeste are leaking online. You can see this picture of David that was on on the story of Celeste's account, and David put it on his stories on Instagram. He did have posts up during this time, and as you can see, it says post mentioning my boyfriend, and he comments under it, can I please have 10 bands? This is another story that is being shared to her Instagram account that she used, and it was one of those Q&As, and somebody said, not gonna lie, David kinda hot. And she responds saying, too bad. And if you notice, it appears to be a ring on her finger with a tattoo that says David. Now, around the time that she was missing for the whole year, people are alleging that they believe that this person on David's Discord, deleted user, ended up being Celeste. Like, she made a new account instead of using the name Celeste. And as you can see in this Discord, it is the same person with the ring on, with the tattoo named David. That is the same exact photo coming from Celeste's Instagram account. And now more of these chats from Discord are being put on the internet. And as you can see, it appears that David says, me and deleted user got a kid on the way. And this chat was from a year ago, which is the same exact time frame as deleted user is posting a picture of her hand, which appears to be an engagement ring, who we know the same photo was being posted on Celeste's Instagram. We obviously don't know for sure if she was in fact pregnant, but the fact that she had a ring on her and the tattoo of David alone is just crazy. Honestly, at this point, I'm tired. I don't even know if this information is ever gonna stop. I am like absolutely horrified. But y'all let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments.
Man, I'm telling y'all, the more you dig, the more you find. It just doesn't stop. The information just doesn't stop.
Okay, can I
this.
just info dump all of the stuff that I've learned about David overnight in the last few hours? Because there is so much. I'm not even going to...
Go ahead. Y'all ready for this? Are y'all ready for this? Do y'all want to know all the information going on in this David case summed up right now? Let's listen to this, man. Drop the gems if you're ready.
Try to make sense of it. I'm just going to tell you guys everything I learned, because the more I looked at it, the more I started to realize that while we don't know if David did this, he's right now not considered a suspect. There's been no charges or arrests announced, but we do know that what happened to the girl who was found in his trunk, Celeste, the 14-year-old who never made it to her 15th birthday, we do know that exactly what happened to her, being dismembered, her body not being fully complete, is something that this guy has been fantasizing about for years. So yeah, we don't know if he did it, but what I'm about to show you will prove that he's been fantasizing and telling people exactly what he wanted to do or exactly what he was going to do. So here are some messages that a person who was in his Discord posted from 2023, David talking about, I love Gore. I used to be addicted to watching Gore videos, and then somebody said, Gore is what makes something serious, and he said, I use it to desensitize myself. Here's a screenshot from one of his music videos, Romantic Homicide, that he released on her 13th birthday, where he again is just telling exactly what he's fantasizing about. This is a screenshot that I found from one of David's video where it says, when your card declines at therapy and they bring in that Hello Kitty girl that you met in 2021, now we know that when Celeste went missing from her family home, she was wearing Hello Kitty sandals. He's obviously obsessed with Hello Kitty since meeting her, because that's something that she liked because she was a child, and now we know that they met in 2021, which means she was 10 years old when he started grooming her. A lot of people are asking...
Man, I'm telling y'all, this just gets creepier and creepier and creepier and creepier. Everything is alleged. Everything is alleged.
Asking if they knew that she was with David, or that he was, you know, potentially the person who took her from her family home at such a young age. Why didn't her parents go looking for her? Well, apparently they did. Apparently the police were involved. He actually took her during 2024, during the school year for a while. The police brought her home, according to a teacher at her school. I'm going to show you guys the clip.
She's been missing since I taught her. So when I taught her, she met this dude on social media.
I'm so tired.
Rapper in LA.
Which brings us to this.
I'm tired of seeing that damn teacher.
In that rapper's car, cut into pieces. You want to know how they met? I feel like I just said it. social media.
Which brings us to this article that I found about her brother and some of the messages that he has been sending about the information of this case. I'm going to go through those messages with you because apparently he's saying that they did know about David, but that there wasn't enough information for the police to go get her again. And also, there's somebody else involved named Gus. I'm blocking out some of these messages, but this creator posted some messages between Celeste and one of her good friends where she mentions Gus. And again, remember, she was very young. She's talking about, David and how things went when she was with him intimately. I don't even know if I can use that word because, again, she was young. These men were adults. This was not consensual. But she's saying Gus got mad when she didn't do it, so she just did it with him. So who is Gus and why are both of these men involved with this young girl? Well, this account is supposedly her brother. He had images and pictures with her that no media site had or that weren't public. So this is somebody messaging him just saying, like, I'm so sorry that this is happening to you. The brother talks about how he met him once in person. He says that there was a lack of evidence, so it was kind of waved off. She was waiting till she was 18 to get married, which makes me think of that song, I Don't Care How Long It Takes. Then he finds out about the Discord, so apparently the brother didn't know about what was happening in the Discord, and that's apparently where they met. So this person was kind of sending him stuff from the Discord, and then down here it says, do you know of any of your sister's Instagram accounts? There were messages, saying like, is this her who sent those messages about Gus? And these are the pictures that were associated with it. The brother says, yeah, that's my sister's. You think this is real? The brother says, yes, I do. And then he says he knows about Gus. He's dead. What happened? He got shot. So Gus, who is also involved, is also dead. This is a photo that was on the Discord server of Celeste. And I'm just wondering, like, why were these two men involved with this child? And why was this the photo that was on the Discord? Like, somebody's obviously taking this photo of her. She's looking at somebody. She doesn't look relaxed, comfortable, or happy. She's kind of posed with her arms back. I mean, I'm guessing that she's around 10 years old. At least we think that she was 10 years old when she was on this Discord meeting these men. Who, why? I know that kids are doing that, but also, like, who took this picture of her? This looks weird to me. I just had to show that photo before moving forward because we're talking about something weird here. It seems like these two men were involved with some very young girls, or at least a very young girl who is now dismembered in their trunk. So look it, here is Gus, a Gus that David was following up until the 17th or 18th when it became public who was in his trunk. So it appears that this might be the Gus that's in question that was kind of involved with him apparently, or involved with Celeste, and that she may have had some kind of relationship.
Yeah, so for the person that said Gustavo, that's him right there, Gustavo. So yes, Gustavo was 21 years old. She was 11. This is, and so was, and I think at the time, what's his name? David was 17 and she was, no, I think he was 16 and she was 10, 17 and she was 11, 18, 13, 19, 14, 20, 15. Crazy, right?
I use that term loosely because, again, not consensual. She was so young. But it seems like she was possibly seeing another guy named Gus who, again, is also gone. And then when all this came out, David quickly unfollowed that guy. Okay, this is just for entertainment purposes. This is one of his music videos. Again, we know that he was really into Gore, and his music videos reflected that. I think that he used white roses to symbolize Celeste, her innocence, and by the end of this video, they are all completely blood-stained. I mean, look it, he's telling or letting us know exactly what he's been wanting to do, fantasizing about. I mean, there's a suitcase, there's a girl who is deceased, in the suitcase a bunch of things that would be used to dismember her. Now, this was released years before she passed, but again, the blood-stained white rose representing her innocence. I mean, this is something that he's obviously put a lot of thought into. This is another music video of his that was
crazy that this is the type of stuff that he was into, and that's how she got taken out. So for anybody who he was obsessed with this type of stuff, and she was chopped up into this dude, he did it, bro. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Even if he was on tour, he figured out a way to come home. He did that shit. Whenever it was, where he did it before he left, so he did that. I don't know how he did it, but he did it.
Released the day after
Allegedly. That's just my opinion. Allegedly.
Celeste's birthday in 2023. And again, it kind of just depicts exactly what ended up happening to her. I mean, the dismemberment, the gore of it all. This is obviously something that he's been fantasizing about for a long time. People seem to be trying to put together, you know, did he do this to her and then make these songs and these music videos that kind of imitate what happened or what seems to have happened? But I think the point that's being missed here is that he made these years prior. This is something that he's been fantasizing about for years. This is something that he's really into. His whole entire brand revolves around this kind of gory, nasty stuff. And I can't believe that it wasn't seen as a problem. You know, and up until now, it was kind of just seen as like, oh, it's artistic. But this was obviously a deep, dark obsession of his that ended up possibly playing out in real life. I'm on a different level again. She fell in love with the devil again, and then she ends up...
This is his song where he's saying a bunch of creepy shit. She fell in love with the devil and weird shit.
Those lyrics, she fell in love with the devil again, makes me wonder about this whole situation with Gus, because now he's okay running around on tour. She's gone, and so is Gus, apparently. One last thing I found, David posted this on her 15th birthday where she sat in the trunk of his Tesla in a tow yard in Hollywood. He was going to release 15 songs on her 15th birthday. I think that was her final straw, even from In the Afterlife. She was saying, you're not going to keep doing this on my birthday every year, putting out these clues and doing this when she's sitting in the trunk of his Tesla in a hot tow yard in Los Angeles. Somehow, September 8th, she ended up getting out of that trunk. She was found after her 15th birthday, which she never got to see. I have seen one other creator talking about the possibility of David being the one who called this in, because again, he has this obsession with her birthday, and it is weird that this all happened around her birthday when that car had already been sitting on that street for a month and nobody had called it in. This is a screenshot I found from one of his private accounts where he says, "No huzz today, I am sad." This was September 5th, the day before that car, his car, was towed to the impound lot. I want to know what you guys think about all this. If I find anything else out, I'll let you guys know.
See, this shit is creepy, dog. The messages, the imagery, the symbolism, everything is starting to add up to something bad, bro.
When I was on live a couple days ago, people was asking me, what's your opinion on the David situation? I don't think David's going to jail. I don't think David's going to jail. If he's not arrested by next Friday, I don't think he's going to jail. I have a suspicion that he's going to take his life. I think he's going to take his life. I ain't going to hold you. He is a chomo. A child.
He definitely done some things that he can't come back from this. I think he knows he can't come back from it. That's why he's canceling everything and nothing's going to happen with his music. He knows this, he's finished.
Like, to put in perspective, he was 18 and the girl was like 11, turning 12. That's like a fucking 8th grader talking to a senior in high school. Nothing in common. Boy, you are fucked. If he goes to prison, general population, they're going to tear his ass apart. They're going to tear his ass to fucking shreds. If he goes to protective custody PC, he's going to be somebody finboy in that shit. He's going to get his shit fucking ran.
So he's going to be a prison pillow.
Through like the fucking Amtrak through the fucking video, my nigga. He's done. He's fucking done. And the scary part about it is he's not going to jail because someone spoke up or the kids in the Discord said, yo, this not enough money. This my friend. And he's not getting caught because the mom decided to take initiative. Yo, that's my daughter. And I know you did this, that, and the third. His fucking management team. He's getting caught because someone made a mistake. The biggest thing about this case was, and I see SQC, and shout out to SQC, that nigga SQC care about that girl more than her own fucking mom did. I'm seeing this nigga build timelines and shit. He a real motherfucking detective. I ain't gonna hold you. The thing about it is, the biggest question I'm asking myself, why would somebody leave a car with a body in it? He's not going to jail because someone decided to speak up or someone cared about the girl enough. He's going to jail because someone made a mistake. I'm almost confident someone on his team knew about some shit like this. And their job was to hide the body or some weird wild shit. Why? He's going to jail because someone made a mistake. And the scary part about it is it's niggas like him that's around who didn't make the mistake. There's niggas like him in the world that didn't leave that car right there with that body in it. They dumped it somewhere. That's what I think about it. I ain't gonna lie. Dead. Everything alleged though. Fuck it.
Man, this is crazy, crazy work. And the fact that he just did the shit, bro, and left that body in there, he know what's up.
There's a tarot lady on here by the name of Maria who did a reading on David well before all of this came out regarding his case. Y'all, please take a look at this reading. Also, go please follow her, subscribe, go get a reading. This woman is gifted, talented. Please look at what she said way before any details of this case was revealed.
It says that he practices a religion. I apologize beforehand, but I'm only reading what the cards say. It says that he's an imposter, that he's not who he portrays to be. It says that he got into an argument with somebody. They had been having an argument for quite a while. It says that he moved to another house, that in his home lately there were situations that were uncomfortable. He wasn't sleeping well. He was tired, overwhelmed. It says that person is not coming back. I don't know who he is, but I guess he must be some type of actor, celebrity, or like singer or whatever. It says that he's going to receive a new contract, that all his doors are open, but in his relationship was over. It says that in the near future, his luck is going to run out in a month from today, that everything's going to start to fall apart for him, that he's going to have a big deception, and that he's surrounded by instability. Point here is he had an argument with somebody, he had a big fight with somebody, he left, moved to another place, and says that he's not telling the truth, that he's an imposter.
That's crazy work. Is anybody interested in hearing the rest of what she had to say before this happened? Because she said some stuff before this even went down. Are y'all interested in hearing what she said before this went down, or y'all want to skip past it? Let me know in the chat. Y'all want to keep going with it? Because she did say some interesting shit, I ain't gonna lie. You know, I don't really get into it, but she definitely said some shit. Y'all want to get into it? All right, let's go.
Hello everybody, this is Maria of Supreme Creations. Today bringing you a celebrity reading on David. No idea who this person is again. I swear y'all people pick the weirdest people that I don't know. Let's see what's going on with Mr. David.
Get the likes up, y'all. Get the likes up. And mind you, this is before any of the news broke. This happened before any of the news broke. Allegedly. Somebody just hit her up and said, do a reading on somebody, and she just randomly did the shit. I mean, you could tell she probably don't know who the fuck David is. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I didn't know who David was before any of this shit happened. I had no idea who he was. So as she gets her shit set up.
It says that he got into an argument with somebody, okay? And they had been having an argument for quite a while. It says that he moved to another house, that in his home lately there were situations that were uncomfortable. He wasn't sleeping well. He was tired, overwhelmed. It says that person is not coming back, okay? That
you gotta think she's talking about Celeste.
Hard work is going to be.
And this was a month ago. She did this reading a month ago.
Say recompensated. It says that he's going to receive a new contract. I don't know who he is, but I guess he must be some type of actor, celebrity, or like singer or whatever. It says that he's going to receive a new contract, that all his doors are open, but in his relationship was over. It says that in the near future, his luck is going to run out in a month from today, that everything is going to start to fall apart for him, that he's going to have a big deception, and that he's surrounded by instability. point here is he had an argument with somebody, he had a big fight with somebody, he left, moved to another place, and says that he's not telling the truth, that he's an imposter. That's what I'm understanding, that's what my cards are saying, but we'll see. Y'all are gonna fill me in on who this person is.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Also, guys, please be aware of imposter accounts. We do not have WhatsApp. We do not conduct business on WhatsApp. We will never read.
So again, she also spoke on Celeste.
Hello everybody, this is Maria with Supreme Creations. Today bringing you a reading on Celeste Rivas Hernandez. I take it y'all know who this person is. Let's see what is going on in the continuation of this story of this young girl. Okay guys, let's see what's going on. Well, Celeste in her person, it says that I say, remember when I was shuffling that a card kept popping out of the deck, it was this one, it was a mother. It says here that she felt that her mother was betraying her, that her mother was doing manipulations to her life to better herself financially.
Is it possible the mother sold the daughter? Is that possible, y'all, that the mother could have sold her?
Now, this is what the cards are saying now. I know nothing about these people other than the fact that she's the young girl that was unalive. It says that the mother was playing her for a fool, doing manipulations to her life to control her to better herself financially, monetarily.
So the mama kind of took money to be quiet because she already knew. Oh, she had a boyfriend named David. Your daughter's 11 years old, man. First of all, she shouldn't have a boyfriend. 13 years old, she shouldn't have a boyfriend. I'm sorry. Me, even 15 years old, shouldn't have a boyfriend. That's just me. But your daughter's 11 years old, man. What do you mean she has a boyfriend named David? Who the fuck? You don't want to know who David is? You're telling me you never want to think about who the fuck David is, ma'am? No, you knew who he was. You knew he was a grown man, and you knew he was rich. You knew who he was. You knew he was a grown man, and you knew he was rich.
Okay. It says that there was money in the house, but there was a lot of things hidden, okay? A lot of things that did not come to the surface. It says that they, according to the cards, they were lacking a lot of things in the home, okay? From the looks of the cards, she was lacking even a mother.
Yeah, I believe that she was lacking a mother. I believe that. The mama didn't do shit. You see, the mama she ain't even been on the news. Your daughter just got chopped into whoop-de-whoops, found in a car. You ain't even hit the damn news to say, I pray for justice. You ain't even said nothing. Where the fuck is the family at? This little girl just lost her life and then no one has went to the, you don't even got to do an interview. You haven't did a press conference to just say, we're praying for justice and something. You ain't made no statement, nothing. You're not begging for this man to go to jail for whoever is responsible to go. Man, I'm sick of this shit.
Okay, it says it all started, that her biggest problem, and it started with an invitation, okay? With an invitation that she took. It says that in her family, of course, again, telling her that she was fooled. In other words, she was kind of like, to me, it's like being lured, being convinced to do so, okay? It says here that she felt depressed, she felt trapped, that what she thought was going to be wasn't it, that her world was starting to fall apart, that she was scared, and that she was always under vigilance, meaning that she was never left unsupervised. Okay, like they were always watching her. It says that she felt tired and overwhelmed, and that she wasn't sleeping well. And then she got some bad news, some really bad news about somebody that she felt threatened with, and that was going to make her even more unstable. Okay, there was too many secrets in this situation. To my understanding, to what the cards are saying, the mother had a lot to do with it. It says there was a lot of lying, a lot of cheating, a lot of backstabbing, a lot of betrayal. That's the word I want to use, a lot of betrayal, okay? From what I'm also understanding, it was like lacking a lot of love for her child, is what I'm understanding the cards are saying. That the parent was lacking a lot of love for her child. And of course, there was lack of love because, I mean, if you're going to put your child in that situation, but okay, I guess everybody loves their children different. I wouldn't put my kids in that situation, but anyways, it says there was too many lies, too many betrayals from the mother, from him, from, it all started by getting better financially, okay? And it seems that things got ahead, of course.
So it's kind of like she got in that Discord server, kind of told mama about her crush or whatever, and the dude started reaching out to her. Mother, like, oh yeah, go type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just guessing. I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm just guessing.
Not for a moment. It does not say here that that person was in love with this young girl, and it does not say that this girl was in love with this significant other. It says that she was played into this part. Okay, in other words, she was manipulated into the part. Okay, guys, that's what the cards are saying, guys. I mean, it looks like this poor girl was taken advantage of. That's what I can see. Okay. Hopefully, this reading was to your liking. I mean, it wasn't to mine, but maybe it'll help figure out exactly what was going on behind all the things that were under the surface that people couldn't see. Oh, and by the way, guys.
So yeah, she definitely, she look like she sounds like she know her shit.
Nah, it might really be a wrap for David. Fortnite went out and said that they banned his Philly emo, and you know Fortnite don't usually be banning shit. The tour that he was on is canceled completely. He had cops searching his house. Mind you, when they were searching his house, they took a computer out of his house. It's really not looking good. Y'all know what's so crazy about this situation? When all of this shit was going on, when he was going to see this little girl, when he was going to pick this little girl up, when he had this little girl on live stream, so many different people knew about it, and nobody said anything about it. He was posting pictures of her on his close friends. They had matching tattoos. Tattoo on her finger that says David. Tattoo on his finger that says shh. Come on now. Tell me that shit add up. Mind you, he's in numerous pictures with her, covering her face. So what did that tell you right there? And if you really want to get technical, most likely he's been saying that he did this for a very long time. Putting out songs with her name in it. Releasing songs on her birthday. Mind you, so many people knew what was going on. She had friends that knew what was going on. And it's like everything that this guy has been doing has been a cry for help. It's like he's been begging people to find out what he did, allegedly. When they found this girl's body, her body was fully decomposed, which would mean that her body was in that Tesla trunk for a good, long time. And again, the Tesla that the body was found in was registered to David. Listen to what she said in this clip right here.
That's controversial. It's controversial of the kids.
That's crazy.
She said it's controversial R-wording little kids.
You heard what she just said? Now he gonna say delete it.
Then he said delete the video.
Really good. It's been a good one. Bye. Bye guys.
Crazy.
Delete everything.
Yeah, as soon as she said something about him R-wording little kids, and they let's get off here, delete everybody. Good night, everybody.
This David situation has shown me two things. Number one, something we already knew, that police do not be looking for missing women, missing little girls, and especially not minority little girls. Because how did you not even look for that little girl? This dude making music, he making clothes with blood on it, the handprint on it. He's putting her in the songs. He's on tour. They said she went missing in the beginning of 2024. He was on stream with her. He's on stream, grown man, on stream with a preteen.
But the thing is, the police just took that computer. I'm telling y'all, what I think is going to happen is they're going to come out with a press conference when they charge him and arrest him. They're going to come out with a press conference to let you know everything that's been going on with this girl for a long time. They are putting together a complete timeline to determine exactly when this took place. They just don't want to just jump the gun and charge him and don't got their case completely wrapped up. They are going over every document, hair follicle, computer, text message, phone record. They are getting their evidence together. So about a week from today, he probably gonna get arrested.
On stream with big streamers. This dude got millions of followers.
Well, my bad. A week from yesterday. So probably by next Friday. I think he'll probably be charged by next Friday.
It was discourse. Everybody knew he had a girlfriend named Celeste. And it was a little girl that was way too young for him. And everybody was discussing this. And it was a missing girl around that same time for a whole year and a half. And nobody put two and two together. They do not be looking for them little girls. That is wild. And number two, I ain't trying to blame the parents because I don't know all the circumstances, but the news that came out is the parents, the only thing that they knew is she had a boyfriend named David. And that just told me that if I have a child, especially a daughter, I would never like push her away from like 12, 13, 14 years old saying, hey, I got a boyfriend, Dad. I would never say, oh, no, you don't. I would try to lean in. Oh, okay, what's his name? Where are you from? I want to meet him. Where's his parents? I want to see what his parents like. How old is he? How old is he? What grade is he in? Does he go to your school? Why is he picking you up in a car? I would want to lean in and make my daughter feel like she's welcome to answer these questions without judgment. Because you would need to know these things, because most of the time, if a young girl is missing, even if she ran away, she's with her boyfriend. When I was 14, I had a girlfriend. She used to run away. Her mom used to call me or call my mom and be like, hey, you see my daughter? She was with me. Like 3 a.m, we sneak out and go meet up. You know what I'm saying? So when you know these things, then if your daughter says she has somebody that she's interested in, you want your daughter to feel as comfortable as possible, because if anything happens, I'm going straight to that little boy house. So it's easier to feel welcome into your parents to say, hey, you know, this is my boyfriend. Like, you know, my parents not going to judge me. They're just going to hear me out. But then when they see that situation, then you can say, oh, okay, this is a 20-year-old man, and I'm not going to bash him. I'm not going to judge you. I'm not even going to tell you. I'm just going to call the police. Like at this point, like just to protect your children, I'm not trying to beat no little boy up. I'm not trying to judge my daughter. That grown man manipulated my daughter, and he's going to prison. What the hell is going on out here?
Get the likes up, y'all. I'm telling you, this is some weird shit. And it looked like California not hurrying up to make this go away. They taking their time.
She died in the back of my mind. Like, I didn't kill her physically, but in the back of my mind, she died. And I didn't even cry, not a single tear.
In the back of my mind, I killed you, and I didn't even regret it.
Single tear.
In the back of my mind, I killed you, and I didn't even regret it. I can't believe I said it, but it's true. I
wanted you to feel the emotion in this part of the song, not just to repeat the hook, but to say it in a different manner with the same feeling that the first part of it conveyed, which was in the back of my mind, but then you think that I'm going to say you died, but I say I killed you. So it's not like the thought of her is gone by itself was something that she did. It was something that I decided to do, and I killed her in the back of my mind. It was really more of a figurative I killed you, especially in the back of my mind. I try to stress that in the back of my mind. It was all in the mind, because that's the most secure place you can be, is in your mind.
Man, if you don't shut your ass up, dude. This dude, in the back of my mind, you know, in the back. I didn't do it, but if I did,
yeah, I think this year I want everything to be a little.
If I did do it, it would be in the back of my mind. Odd things David has said in the interview.
Yeah, I think this year I want everything to be a little less random. Last year was super random. Yeah, I want to be very, very, very intentional with everything I do this year for sure. I told the show last night, yeah, 4 more songs coming. Amazing. We're going to finish the story. It's going to be completed. As it hopefully feels like the turning of a page in a book. Okay, so we're still talking one book. This might be a turning the page of a chapter. Yeah, we're still in the same book for now. The next book is, you know, it's on the way. The theme I wanted for the project was, I wanted love songs to be first and the heartbreak to be second, so you transition through the relationship. I feel like Romantic Homicide is a perfect song to tell that story. of losing something and not grieving, not mourning over it. That's like the entire project, especially at the bridge, is like the next step. There's a constant theme throughout the entire thing, but when you get to the bridge, it's like you just threw everything away. So like finding those songs that really told a story inadvertently. So I don't feel like other songs that I made in 2022 were kind of like building characters, putting a whole universe around these characters, having them live in that universe, and having them tell a story. So it's kind of like different versions of myself telling you a story.
This dude is weird as hell, talking about how he creates all these stories with his music. What is going on with this dude?
And I'm even using that in a literal sense too, with the four in my name, trying to craft these different characters that can live in the same universe. And my music videos, it can be used as like entertainment, stuff like that.
Look at him, got a band-aid on his face. What is? He looked like he just got beat up.
Enough of it, like that, it's gonna be crazy.
Last year you talked about how you haven't been heartbroken yet.
Yeah.
What's the update on that?
Still haven't heard about it, still strong.
What is that about?
Yeah. It's like, you know, I like making sad songs because it's just, you know, it makes sense. Because a lot of people are feeling it right now. And like I try to, you know, if I'm making a sad song, I try to have the message that doesn't get to me. Like Romantic Homicide, the main hook is about the heartbreak, but then the second half is I did it and I chose to protect my energy. So it's like I'll leave a message in there that your heart is broken, but there's a way to fix it. That shit, your Romantic Homicide, it would be like every song you hear. It's a way to fix it. It's a resolution at the end of the book. So
I'm thinking there's quite a personal story behind your lyrics and that. Is it for someone from school that you saw? Do you mind telling us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so like I had this friend in school. It's not about me personally, but it's about a friend of mine in school that was always obsessed with like over romanticizing every situation that he was in, and he would sit on the bleachers in what's it called, the auditorium. What's the gym? In the gym, and he would like look at his crush and like draw her every single day. He would go to PE and he would draw his crush every single day, and I wrote that song.
Which sonically feels like in the same realm with your debut piece. So what made you want to stick with that for a minute?
Originally, the idea was to leave the songs off of the first project so it didn't feel too much. So the last part was basically the songs that didn't make it on the first project. So that's why it feels like a continuation. I feel like the bridge was a cliffhanger, and I just finished that story with this, and now we're changing the chapter, moving on to the next chapter of this whole story book or whatever. I'm writing it as I go. So
yeah, you have to, as fast as it's happening.
Exactly. Who knows what's gonna come next, to be honest. I don't even know what's gonna come next.
What would you want to come next?
I want it to be a movie. This was like, you know, a cartoon. Maybe a TV show first, then we'll go movie. Super cinematic.
He talked like about finishing and conclusions, and it's like he spoke about death a lot.
Okay, I have so many people asking me to share my experience with David, D4vd, and basically what happened was that I joined his server back in 2023 just to see what it was. I think I had just listened to one of his songs that came out, and I was becoming a fan, you know. So I joined, and basically chat was being active. I remember like people were asking him a bunch of questions. He didn't care. Like he was just talking about like what he likes, and so he said that he likes writing. So I responded back with like, oh, like what do you like to write about? Like any favorite authors? And then he responded in such a weird manner. Like no joke. Back then, it genuinely did not make sense to me. Like as to why would he would say that? It's like, oh, but like what? Like, you know what I mean? And now that I'm seeing all the stuff coming out, definitely makes sense because he's been talking about topics like that this entire time. Like everyone has been literally telling the public the entire time, and no one has ever listened now. Like there's been evidence and we've been saying it, but a lot of people just don't want to listen, unfortunately. Rest in peace to Celeste. That's so tragic. No one deserves what has happened to her. Justice for her. May she rest. But David has been weird. And for all of these people saying that all the Discord mods and all the people in those Discords should get jail time, whatever, I heavily believe that all of the mods were restricting and deleting a bunch of stuff just to protect David. And there's literally no joke about that. Like, that's so serious. I personally did not know anything about Celeste. I quickly left after all the weird chats that he would have and talk about. But yeah, this is just my interaction. I can guarantee you he did talk a lot about these dark stuff.
So he was in his Discord server being dark with all the little kids that was on his server.
The people on Twitter who have been investigating the singer David, they need to be applauded because the dots they have connected in linking this man to, having this relationship with that girl Celeste is actually insane. Because they found old Twitch and streaming clips of him and Celeste in a video, and he's telling his mods like, yo, you gotta delete everything from this, like it can't be out here. And also they've dug into the song lyrics that he's written and like the release dates and all that stuff. And they've just found so many other things and pictures and evidence, and it's just like, wow, like the people on Twitter are actually doing this case justice. And they're not letting up either, because every time I open the app, there's some new picture or some new video or some new breakdown of a song lyrics, and they match up the timeline between when something else happened. And it's like, holy shit. Now, I also think Twitter's been really good for this whole thing, because Twitter hasn't been joking about this. Like, the people haven't been joking about the situation, because we all know Twitter, they can joke about a lot of things, doesn't matter how dark it is. But this situation, everybody is taking it serious. I think that has not only helped to spread awareness about this, but it's also helped more people who have been involved in the situation come forward and be like, hey, like, you know, we have this evidence, or like, we have these screenshots. So I think it's been helpful in that way. And technically, this is all still alleged evidence, but at this point, he needs to get himself the best fucking lawyer he can find, because it's not looking good for him.
Does anybody in this chat actually think he's innocent? If you do think David is innocent, drop the eyeballs in the chat right now. If you think David is innocent, drop the eyeballs in the chat. And it's crazy because this video came up next. Didn't even realize it. But it says David is innocent. Does anybody else agree with this?
I just got all the proof in the world that shows David did not kill her and he is innocent. I'm gonna do it fast, okay? This girl, her name is Celeste. I don't know how to say it. She is the 15-year-old that was found in David's car. Now, according to a report, she was found, I think, chopped up, but it doesn't matter. Her body was very unrecognizable, like she's been there for months. The missing report says she was missing in 2024, August 4th, okay? You listening? Right before she went missing, David had long hair, right? He had long hair. Remember the little whips he had, right? You remember? On April 4th, 2024, David cut his hair. It's on his TikTok. You can go find it. It's on his TikTok. Keep that in mind for the rest of the story, right? A lot of people are mixing up this girl and this girl because they look alike and they have the same first name. Okay, right. They have the same kind of hair type at one point. They have the same Gap hoodie. They have the same first name, but the only difference is one has this last name, one has this last name, and one can be seen with this hair type. Keep that in mind too. Now, a lot of people are speculating these photos are the 15-year-old girl, but I had proof that it doesn't. Remember what I said about the hair? All of the photos that you see with him, he has his twist, which was after she went missing. This is when David first got twist. This. So now that the allegations of him and her being in the same photos are false, let's go into who he really been with. A lot of people are saying romantic homicide is about her. Let's not use people's words in a song as evidence, because every time someone does this with an artist, it's a problem. You can't just change the scenario when you want to. They did it for TK, niggas got mad. They did it for Thug, niggas got mad. Whether or not a crime is a murder or armed robbery or anything, it doesn't matter. You can't pick and choose when to use artist lyrics. It's not real. 9 times out of 10, it's not real. And you can't just choose to pick when it's real. A lot of times artists just use it to get their emotions out in different ways. People draw, people make music, people make videos like TikTok to get their emotions out. Okay? Stop doing it. So realistically, romantic homicide was just a way for David to get his emotions out about leaving his past self. Okay? Also, this girl can sell whatever. You can see her. I'm 99.9% sure this is her. And Here With Me music video, you can see her running around on the same beach as his album cover. Keep that in mind. Look at the album cover. Look at the rise circle. Now look at a clip with him and her together wearing the same Gap hoodie. Now, I don't think no one did this on purpose. I think it was the craziest coincidence I've ever seen. Now, as for people coming out about Discord, niggas can lie about that. As in, niggas can screenshot that. The shush tattoo, parents can lie. David, it could be another coincidence. We can't just keep pointing fingers at artists for making music, and then when an allegation comes out, you pick up on their old song and use it as evidence. Because if you can't do it for Thug, and you can't do it for YNW Melly, and you can't do it for TK, you can't do it for David. David is innocent until police or news media, not TikTok, not Instagram, news media or an investigation comes out saying he is the lead suspect. David is innocent.
Well, then that means, sir, you're going to have to address why she was in his Discord server with the tattoo that said David. That said, shh. Why did she tag photos with David? I mean, we got proof that this girl was with David, man. You can't do that with me.
If you, like me, had no idea who David or D4vd is before this body was found in the trunk of his car, let me catch you up on who he is on his rise to stardom and where we are with this body in the trunk. Okay, so this is David, or D4vd.
What's going on, everybody? This is D4vd.
His birth name is David Anthony Burke, and he was born in New York but raised in Texas with his mom, his dad, his little sister, and his little brother. He grew up in church, did martial arts, he was homeschooled, and he played video games, specifically Fortnite. Now, in regards to this video game playing, David had goals of becoming a streamer, so he started recording himself while he was playing and then posting it online, but nobody was watching the videos.
I became a YouTuber. I was playing Call of Duty, Fortnite, all these different type of games. Just trying to become like the biggest next thing, streamer, Kai Cenat, everything. 200 views my first video, 60 after.
And so he realized that the other streamers who were getting views were putting music behind their clips and their montages, so he decided to try that route. He started taking mainstream music and putting it behind his montages and clips of him playing video games. And then the videos started taking off.
So I started putting the mainstream songs in, and then there was a point where there was no copyright strike, so I was making so much money. So then fast forward like a month or two, I'm making a lot of money. My mom's like, okay, maybe the game's not rotting your brain. I started getting copyright strikes left and right from UMG, and I'm like, what in the world is UMG?
Now, after these copyright strikes started coming in and he wasn't making any money anymore, he started to complain to his mom about what was happening, and she told him to just make his own music.
And she was like on a phone or something. She was like, just make your own music. Go, get out of my face. Make your own music. I was like, wait a minute.
And so he did. David says that on December 21st, 2021, he downloaded an app called BandLab. He used a beat that he found on YouTube, and then he went into his little sister's closet and made his very first song called Runaway. After he was done, he posted it on SoundCloud and got some pretty positive responses. So he decided to make a second song, and that song was called You and I. He placed this song on the back of one of his video game montages and posted it on YouTube, and the video ended up going crazy.
And I made the song called You and I, which now has, 94 million streams. My second song I ever made. Put it in the montage, and I tagged it on Twitter. First Fortnite player to use his own song in the video. That was the title. And bro, everyone was using the song after that day.
He made a couple more songs, and by song number 5, he decided to create a TikTok account and branded himself as a chipmunk singer. Like he would take a popular song and cover it using a chipmunk singing voice. Doing this on TikTok got him a bunch of followers, so he decided to make an original song. He still used the chipmunk voice, but in the caption, he said that if people really liked the song, he would slow it down and post the regular version. And the TikTokers said yes.
Why is it so good? Please drop. Wait, why is this actually good? Kylie Jenner used your sound. Alvin never misses.
So the day after the chipmunk version of his original song, David posted the real slowed down version and got more positive feedback. 2 TikToks later, he posted another original song of his called Romantic Homicide. And this song ended up being one of his most viral songs ever. So by August of 2022, his original songs are going crazy. He's starting to make more money and get more interest off of his original music than he is off the video game montages that he started doing all of this for.
Fortnite was going up, music was like down here, but then they switched and he was making more money too. But yeah, that's all I knew.
And then because of the success of his original songs, he starts getting hit up by music labels.
So I released these 2 songs in July. By August, it was
every label's called.
Every single one. I was 17.
Things just kind of go crazy for David after that. He signs to Interscope Records in August of 2022, performs in Milan at the Valentino Fashion Week show in June of 2023, then began opening for SZA's World Tour by September of 2023, and then jumping to 2025, David released his first album, which is called Withered, in April of this year, and then began his very own world tour called Withered World Tour in August of this year. Now, according to the streets, and I don't really listen to the streets, but I don't have any reports yet. While David was having this meteoric rise to fame, he was also apparently having some sort of connection to Celeste Rivas. And that all comes out because on September 8th, 2025, which is only about a month after David started his world tour, the LAPD has gotten a call to a tow yard in Hollywood, California, because of reports of a foul odor coming from one of the vehicles. The vehicle is a Tesla, and it had previously been abandoned on a Hollywood street for over a month before it was towed to the tow yard. It was then at the tow yard for about 2 days before they called the police because of the smell. And when police arrived to the tow yard and opened the trunk, They discover a decomposed and dismembered body. The LA medical examiners are able to identify this body as being 15-year-old Celeste Rivas, who was last seen when she left her house on April 5th, 2024. Police begin investigating, and they learn that this car that the body was found in, with its Texas plates, is registered to David Anthony Burke, aka David. Now, there's been a ton of interesting developments since this has all began unfolding. First, Celeste's mom told TMZ that her daughter did have a boyfriend named David. And then fans of David have begun pointing out some interesting lyrics to some of David's songs. They began pointing out some old Instagram posts that he supposedly made. And they've also noted that Celeste had a sh tattooed on her finger, and David does too. Another interesting tidbit is that fans have said David's song Romantic Homicide was released on September 7th, which also happens to be Celeste's birthday. And just so we're clear, David is now 20 years old and Celeste was 15. Now again, David has been on his first world tour. So after this news hit, at first he continued with his tour dates. But as more and more information has come out, it's now being reported that some of his dates are being canceled. To be clear, no arrests have been made in connection to this case, and Celeste's cause of death has not been announced by the medical examiner. So this one is still very much unfolding, but I sure have a lot of questions. So I'll keep watching and I'll be back if something happens.
I make music for the people to take whatever they need from it. I don't push a specific, like, oh yeah, I said this in this song, that means that's the only thing it could possibly be about. But nah, I just make music, and if you need whatever you need from that song that you can apply to your own situation, I feel like my job is done, to be honest with you.
I feel like you're a fucking weirdo, but you know, what the fuck do I know? I think you're creepy as hell, kid.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't give a fuck about the David and Celeste lore from last year. I don't care about the unreleased song that's named Celeste. I don't care about the bloodstained shirt. I don't give a fuck about any of that. Who knew? That's what I want to know. Allegedly, they've been together since she was 12. Or they've known about each other since she was 12. So who the fuck knew and just didn't say shit? David fans, these pictures surfaced on a story. None of you were even a little curious and went down the rabbit hole. No, none of you guys gave a fuck, right? All right, that's cool. People in the industry, producers, managers, singers, musicians, features, none of you knew about this shit, right? Of course not. For 3 years, of course not. Man, it was on live streams with the girl. None of you fucking knew, right? None of you knew.
I gotta stop with him if you even. We need to delete this.
Maz, can we delete all VODs? And then as soon as the stream ends, delete.
Okay, bless his family, right? Y'all didn't know either, right? Y'all had no idea what the fuck your 12-year-old was doing for 3 years, huh? I forgot about this shit. How the fuck did she get a tattoo? As a minor, matching tattoos at that. And y'all didn't. Y'all fucking knew. I don't give a fuck. Y'all knew. You didn't give a fuck where she was. How'd y'all not know? Why is this not a red flag to y'all? Why is this never a red flag in this fucking industry? A child is dead.
You know something else I never noticed? This family trying to act like they want justice, or they really not act like they want justice, but now they trying to make statements and shit. But it's like, she was missing for over a year. Y'all never jumped on the news to be like, we need to find my missing teen daughter, cousin, niece, whatever. Nobody jumped out the car, out the window to be like, where is she? We want to find her. We need answers. Nothing. Because you didn't give a fuck. Allegedly.
I don't give a fuck about the lore. A child is dead. I don't give a fuck about his music. A child is dead.
Somebody said, why is he yelling with a tuxedo jacket on?
Incomplete. Severed head, body parts, incomplete body in a fucking Tesla. Rotting away. 15. That's what I give a fuck about. I don't give a fuck about all this new lore that everybody's finding. Fuck y'all for finding any enjoyment in these investigations. This shit is heartbreaking. This shit is annoying. And we need to start protecting children again. A child died. A child was murdered. And for 3 years, allegedly, no one said shit. There were so many opportunities to save Celeste. And everybody who was involved in the opportunity to save her failed. All of you need to go in the ground with him. That's how the fuck I see it. I don't care.
All right, brother. A couple things. I really did agree with you. I do agree with you on your comments. But retire this outfit, brother. The long john underneath the tuxedo jacket with the very thin chain. Don't do that again, brother. Don't do that again. Please don't. Dress like somebody's granddaddy. All right, let's continue. Allegedly. All right, let's continue.
This is mind-blowingly insane and disturbing on more than one level. So a child, 13-year-old Celeste Rivas, went missing back in 2024. So she should be celebrating her 15th birthday right now, but instead, her body was discovered in the front trunk of a Tesla registered to singer David, whose real name is David Anthony Burke. Now, the Tesla had been abandoned for weeks in the Hollywood Hills before it was towed, and it wasn't detectives who uncovered her, it was tow yard workers who then opened the frunk after noticing the smell, and inside they found her remains in a bag, badly decomposed, meaning that she had been in there for quite some time. Now, here's where it gets even darker. Celeste's family says that she was in a relationship with David. Her mom says she even had a matching like SHHH tattoo, like the one David Burke has. Online, there are photos and screenshots of him with a girl who looks like Celeste, and his breakout hit, Romantic Homicide, dropped on her birthday and talks about ending the life of a lover. Now, this week, in addition to that, a leaked track surfaced called Celeste Demo Unfin with lyrics naming her directly. If that timeline is real and correct, that means that David Burke, who is now 20 years old, would have been either 18 or 19 while being possibly involved with a 13-year-old child. Now, police have searched a Hollywood rental tied to him and carried out evidence bags. They say that he's cooperating, but right now there are no arrests, no charges, and no official cause of death. Meanwhile, brands have already started to cut ties. Shows have been canceled, campaigns erased. The industry is sprinting away from this story and away from him as quickly as they can. The big questions are still hanging out there, though. How long was Celeste in that car? Who put her there? Where was she during the year that she was missing? And what will the autopsy reveal? Again, this case is incredibly disturbing. It's unbelievable, and it's not going away. Make sure you follow because we're going to continue covering it as more comes out. But here's my question for you. What's the first thing you want investigators to explain? Let me know in the comments.
I want them to explain when these two met. That's what I want to know, when these two met. That's what I got to hear that. When did they meet? David said this during opening night of his tour, 7/30/2025. Who was unfortunately passed away. Said this song was about somebody who just passed away. Yeah, this dude. Yeah, this dude did it. He gave too many clues up on that weird ass tour he was on. That funeral tour.
David, D4vd. It don't even matter what they call you right now. Yo, this case is on some YNW Melly type of stuff. It was officially under investigation. They literally raided the home where he lives. Just gonna say some of the facts that we know. That there is no way this man is getting out of this. Stuff he was dealing with this child. And I'm gonna say child because that's exactly what it is.
Salute T.O. for the $10. Says, I think he did it, but I could be wrong. I don't think you're wrong, T.O., but thank you for the $10. And we are $15 away from 100. Let's go. Let's get that 15 on the screen.
Shit, she was like 12, 13 years old. They got matching tattoos. This man had a whole Discord, allegedly with a bunch of kids in it. And they're literally inside there, confessing their love. This man was on stream with this child. This messages got leaked, allegedly with proof. They had some type of sexual relationship. This man made a song called Romantic Homicide. It's literally the biggest song anybody knows for this man. This man mentions everything that's going on right now in the songs. Or if you're not cooked, there's something that's tremendously wrong with this world. Allegedly, he's been paying off kids to hide the fact of Celeste's age. This woman was missing since 2024. And allegedly nobody knew this except for David. I honestly don't think how that's possible. My question is, why did it take so long for the police to make him a suspect? This generation of people is so crazy. Y'all was willing to let this man go scot-free because y'all like it. This is what the generation has came to. Everything that's being leaked right now could have been leaked in the beginning. As soon as the body was found, Only reason why he's being investigated right now, because all these people that's releasing all this information now did not want to be held in contempt once they figured out exactly what happened, which the truth always comes out. I'm gonna be honest with you. There is no way possible that he can get from under this situation. I mean, literally, even at the minimum, she had to tell you she ran away. You had to know with all the reach that you got. She was reported missing. Got one more thing to throw out there. Just asking a question. Don't shoot the messenger. I ain't the first one to say it. She was missing, and he knew. Is he the one who abducted her? I'm just asking the question. I'm just asking. Because with everything going on right now, something has to add up in this situation. Because this is a whole lot of information, a whole lot of evidence, and he's still not arrested. But one more thing. When he has his shows, he has a funeral service right outside of his shows. People can sit right to people they lost. Bro, this situation is so twisted. And if nobody told you, remember Chemo told you, stay motivated and protect your kids like your life depends on it, because claiming their life does.
Man. Red Velvet, thank you for the $5. I appreciate you. He yelling, but he giving a message out, man. It's about the kids, man.
The rabbit hole this story has me going down is crazy as hell, okay? So, ain't nothing too but to get into it. Let's go. Now, y'all bear with me to the end because I'm going to post a lot of stuff in this video. But doing my due diligence and going down the rabbit hole and looking at all the evidence that have been presented out, not been confirmed how she has passed away and who
Salute 704 Chino, we $5 away. Thank you for the $5.
unalived her. But when you look at the past music that David made, you would sit here and think that he was really telling y'all and leaving Easter eggs within his music. And I'm going to show y'all why. Let's get into it.
Yeah, he got a lot of messages you got to decode in that music.
After watching you go, the smile on your face.
And he had girls that look just like her in the videos. That's the creepiest part. Thank you, Melissa, for the 5. Salute, Melissa. In the back of a police car, he started talking about he would not confess to what he did and all that weird shit. Let's continue. So basically, he just got a lot of demonic ass music. All the demonic ass music he got.
Are you still under the car?
Are you still under the car?
Stay with me. I know it's my fault.
Stay with me, I know it's my fault. This dude got some sinister music.
If that shit wasn't eerie to you, let me show you this too. There's a video, this video, that David made, right? And in the video, it seems like he's singing to an ex or a girlfriend or something, or a love that's no longer here. Even to the point where at the end of the video, a girl that resembles Celeste gets a white rose, okay? You know, symbolic white roses and all that good stuff. Just like in the beginning of the Selena movie. You know what I'm saying? But there's this clip in the video where a girl pops up on the wall and it resembles Celeste.
And then there you go, you see the girl creep up in the video that looks like Celeste. He got a lot of weird shit going on. This is a very weird dude, man. Look at all the girls that he has that look just like that little girl.
As well as the Tesla outside of it, okay? So this is the black Tesla that they found the body in. Now, neighbors were spoken to in regards to the vehicle, and they said that the vehicle, in appearance-wise, looked really dusty, not driven, recently, and it had damage to it, right? Then, not to mention, there is also a video floating around of a screen recording of basically somebody speaking with Celeste's brother, and he basically said that this has been an issue for a while. The cops didn't do anything when they reported that David was messing with a minor, and so on and so forth. But I'm gonna let you see the video yourself. You guys can read and pause and everything like that, so you guys can get the idea yourself.
But we went over those messages earlier. We went over, that's the brother's messages we went over earlier.
Now he only has 1,000 because he unfollowed Celeste's brother. And I know I posted this in the clip earlier, but I had to double back, okay? Not only is this disgusting, right? Your merchandise is basically shirts that look like you unalive somebody, right? Has a big ass blood handprint right here. This is all demented, y'all. This is all demented. Of course, you guys know how I get. So when I go down a rabbit hole, I go down that rabbit hole. So make sure you guys follow, like, and comment down below your thoughts in regards to the situation. I'll keep you guys posted on any trending topic that I speak on this page or any other platform that I have. And again, healing energies, positive energies to the family of Celeste.
Yeah, where is Celeste's family at, and why they ain't saying nothing?
David has always been a psychopath. Now, first things first, RP to Celeste, you didn't deserve any of this, and I send my condolences to your family. I hope they get justice. Now, David's a psychopath because he glorifies the fact that he did this crime. You know, just like the serial unalivers back then, they used to give the police officers hints that, hey, this is my work and I'm proud of it. With him dropping on her birthday, him doing it in an artistic way kind of blinded us and unknowingly gave him the satisfaction and the dopamine in his brain to know that, hey, people love my work. Putting a body in a trunk. Every girl he had was light-skinned and curly hair in every music video. Having caskets at your show so they could sign letters to the deceased. The last thing the girl was seeing it was Hello Kitty, and everything he wears and has a profile picture is Hello Kitty. He even tried to make this an alibi. You legit have to lock this man up before he hurt anybody else or hurt himself to get out this situation.
I agree with that. I think he's gonna do something to somebody else or to himself, and I think that they want it though. I think that that's what they want though. Possibly that's what they want. See, I'm not even playing this dude music. He got so much weird goddamn music. Just look at it. Look at the images that come out of his music. This is the shit that comes out of his music, man.
Speaking second personality, he was kind of hinting in his music video what type of person he was through these music videos. Nah, bro. That's exactly why he had the second persona, bro. Oh my goodness. Because his second persona was literally the urges to commit what he did. My goodness.
He's got a bunch of
weird videos connect to what he actually did. No way he was actually like suddenly leaked what he did.
And he's just showing you how sinister he is with his music and the images. He was basically telling y'all what he did and how he got away with it. This dude is creepy.
That is exactly why he had two personalities in his music video. That's crazy. That is actually crazy. Like, bro, look, he has an evil side and he has his good side. They're literally the same person. Bro, can't defend David anymore, man. Oh my goodness. It's clear as day.
Be careful what your kids are listening to. They might be listening to that demonic shit.
This video is about the David situation. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I will be discussing it in greater detail in this video. For a quick summary, the popular singer David, who gave us the song Romantic Homicide in 2022, a young teen girl's body was just found in the trunk of his Tesla that was impounded in LA, I believe it was. And this video kind of just goes over all of the evidence that we have been given and my thoughts and assumptions on it. But I do want to give a quick little disclaimer. I am looking at the Google Docs I have made for this. I have cited sources, and those will all be at the end of this video. Before I start this video and get too deep into it, I would like to say this is all just assumptions and guesses based on the evidence provided. I am not a professional. I simply looked into it tonight with my best friend, and after lots of talking, we thought, hey, maybe we're onto something. Of course, do not take anything they have said and run with it, but maybe take note. What we know about the victim. Celeste Hernandez has been missing since April 5th, 2024. She went missing at 13 years old. Her birthday is September 7th, 2010, making her 15 when her body was found September 8th, 2025. It is estimated she had died early this September 2025. Estimated day of death unknown, but can be assumed to have been September 1st or 3rd. What we know about David. He gained popularity back in 2022 after his song Romantic Homicide gained traction on social media. This was the start of his career. At the time of 2022, David was 17 years old, turning 18 in March of 2023. March 28th, 2005 being his birthday. David is now 20 years old and has canceled his upcoming tours. He hasn't said or made any comments on the situation, leaving fans unwell and severely confused. My guess is we won't hear anything until his name is clear or an arrest is made. Now, let's go over what we know so far. Celeste Hernandez was found in the trunk of an abandoned Tesla, one that was still registered to David Anthony Burke, David. She was dismembered and her remains were found inside of a bag. Authorities said they had found her head and torso. I'm not sure if they found anything else. I'm assuming they did, but it was unstated online. They found her body September 8th, 2025, after an employee reported a foul smell coming from it. The vehicle had been in the tow yard for 5 days prior, September 3rd. The medical examiners reported that the teen's body was severely decomposed but had a tattoo on her right index finger with the letters SHHH. One thing I want to go over is that just because her body is severely decomposed does not mean that she has been dead for months. We need to keep in mind that her body was stored inside of a Tesla trunk, not the most spacious trunk in the world. She was also dismembered, meaning that the process for her body to decompose is 10 times quicker, and the heat does not help with that. Now let's go over how Celeste Hernandez and David could have been connected, or are connected. Celeste Hernandez ran away from home. From there, we can assume she met up with David, as the photos that were released were taken between April 2024 to September 2024. I go over this again later over in the evidence section. It goes into greater detail, and I do have a photo to provide evidence with. The photo shows them in the town, or at least around where Celeste went missing. Once again, I have where the photo was taken. It is reported that David and the victim had exchanged messages via Discord 2022. Not sure if true, but important to take note of. David would have been 17, the girl being 12. Legally okay, morally not. It can be assumed that David was not only grooming this girl, but had far more ill intent. This next part will take a while to go over. I'll try my best to keep it organized and go in a solid timeline, so let's go over evidence. Celeste was born September 7th, 2010. David released his song Romantic Homicide September 7th, 2022. Coincidental, maybe, but doubtful. In a leaked song titled Celeste Demo on Finn, it contains the lyrics, "Oh Celeste, the girl with my name tattooed on her chest, I hear her voice each time I take a breath, I'm obsessed." The song was leaked in December of 2023. David mentioning a tattoo is important, despite it not being exact. Celeste's body was found with a tattoo on her right index finger reading "Shh." David is spotted with the same tattoo on his right index finger reading "Shh." Celeste and David were seen together in newly released photos from September 17th, 2025, yesterday. When these photos were taken is unknown, but estimated to be from April 2024 in Lake Elsinore, located by the girl's home. This is some more evidence, but a little less organized. David's car was impounded September 3rd after being parked on a street for more than 72 hours, meaning his car had been there August 31st or September 1st. 3 months before it was found and moved around Hollywood Hills before settling down towards the end of August, marking where his car had stopped moving. His car was not reported stolen, meaning it was left there by him or an accomplice. The car was still registered and licensed under David. One prediction me and my best friend had before we dug into this case was that David put the girl's body inside of this trunk, impounded the car, hoped to sell the car so that when the car would be sold, it would be, if the girl's body was found, it would be under the buyer's license and registration rather than any ties to David. Obviously, this prediction is out of bounds just because the car is still licensed and registered to David, so it just doesn't make any sense. Another prediction that comes into play here is that he could have been scouting out the Hollywood Hills area to find where to bury her, place her, kill her. Like I said, possibilities are endless with this kind of stuff, and that is the worst part. We truly don't know what could have happened to this girl until an arrest is made or a confession is made. One thing I do want to take note of, though, with this prediction in particular, is that the girl's body did not have a smell until September 8th, which is why I believe that the girl was killed early this September, because the way her body was put in that trunk inside of bags, LA is not a cold place, let alone a trunk of a car, that is going to be hot as shit. Which is why I believe that her body decomposed a lot faster than a regular body would have, just because of the circumstances of where she was put and how she was placed. And also she was dismembered, so keep in mind that these aren't just like her whole body decomposing, this is pieces of her decomposing, which is going to lead to her decomposing a lot faster. With this prediction, however, it does lead me to think that she could have been killed September 1st, just because when the car was impounded on the 3rd, it didn't have any reports of it smelling bad. The person who reported the car being abandoned didn't report it smelling bad or any foul stench. So her body very well could have been in a not decomposing stage at the time. While on the topic of predictions, though, I did want to maybe talk about motives, why this girl could have been killed, why David maybe did this, maybe he didn't do it. Obviously, possibilities are endless. Maybe he didn't even kill this girl. Maybe he's being framed. The reason I don't believe he's being framed is just because of all the evidence that links these two together, whether it be the photos, the tattoos, the song lyrics, the song dates, the unfinished leaked song. It all just kind of it doesn't look good at all, and the evidence is kind of overwhelming. As for motives, there's about 3 motives that me and my best friend could think of, so let's go over one. One is the fact that him and this girl had been talking via Discord 2022. Not sure if this is true, don't quote me on it, this is just what I've heard. But if they were communicating Discord 2022, 17, 12-year-old, there's a numerous amount of things that could have happened, whether it be inappropriate DMs with each other, inappropriate pictures being exchanged between each other, which ultimately leads to him grooming this girl. 2 is he was grooming this girl, which I hate to say it, but it's kind of hard to beat those allegations right now. Two is that I think he realized that his career would ultimately plummet if this girl said anything about him grooming her, texting her, hanging out with her, taking photos with her. If any of that got out, his career would go to shit. It wouldn't matter anymore. Third motive still falls under the grooming title. I hate to say it, but I believe that he could have killed this girl because he realized that he couldn't have a life with her. He realized that it was ultimately wrong, and that if any of that got out, if any of it was released, if the public found out about the relationship, he'd go downhill. He'd lose everything he's fought for. He'd lose everything he's built himself up to be. As far as I know, David is being further investigated for this, but no suspects have been taken into custody. Nothing has really truly happened yet. This is all the evidence we have been given so far by, I think it was KTLA, Fox LA, and other articles. KTLA and Fox LA are the two that I used. As for the predictions and the evidence going together, that was done by me. I just kind of linked everything together based off of the timeline and the days we were given. But David's situation aside, this is a teen girl whose life was taken from her way too soon. To know that this kind of shit is happening to girls a year younger than me, to girls even older than me, it is gut-wrenching how far people will go to protect their name, their fame, their money, their career. It's sick. My heart goes out to Celeste's family, and I hope that this girl can rest well.
R.I.P. to Celeste. R.I.P. to Celeste. Nice timeline of events right there.
New details are coming into our newsroom about the missing girl found dead in singer David's Tesla. We now know police have searched a home in the Hollywood Hills where David had been living.
Eyewitness News reporter Monica Deanda joins us live from Hollywood with the very latest. Monica.
Colleen Phillip, good morning. Take a look here behind me. This home is where David was living, although he does not own the home. LAPD investigators served a search warrant here last night, collecting evidence. Right now, however, this is only being called a death investigation and not a homicide, and we're told that is because the LA County Medical Examiner's Office is still working to determine how exactly this teen girl died. We now know the body found inside the front trunk of a Tesla at a Hollywood tow yard belonged to 15-year-old Celeste Rivas. The car where she was found registered to David Anthony Burke, a 20-year-old singer who goes by David. Take a look. This video shows crime scene investigators carrying out a laptop and other items from this home on Doheny Place as possible evidence connected to the missing teen's disappearance and death. Police remaining very tight-lipped about the investigation, but we now know this home is where the singer was staying. We spoke to remembers seeing that distinct Tesla for a while. First, parked in front of the house police searched, and then at two different spots along the street.
It's a little weird to see a car that I haven't seen here for a long time. Had a big dent on it, had a Texas plate on it. So all a little odd, but at the same time, you know, people could be hanging out with friends for, you know, for a long time.
The victim, 15-year-old Celeste Rivas, was first reported missing from Lake Elsinore in early 2024. Eyewitness News learned she ran away a few times and returned before her last runaway in April of 2024. The teen had not been heard from since, until September 8th, when authorities discovered her body inside of that Tesla.
She just seemed very lively and friendly. I just hope that the truth comes out and she gets justice for what happened to her.
And lots of questions still remain, including how the victim and David knew each other. Now, investigators are still working to piece together exactly what happened, but we are also learning that a new song was leaked online that's by the artist titled Celeste, and that is now circulating online. So that's going on, as well as detectives continuing to figure out how exactly this girl died and what happened. But in terms of the artist, he's in the middle of a tour. We know he was continuing his performances up until yesterday when he canceled his show in Seattle. He does have another one scheduled here in Los Angeles at the Greek Theater for Saturday. No word yet on whether or not that show will be canceled. Live in Hollywood, Monica Deanda, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
So even though he was on tour, it seemed like he was still close enough to get some shit done. So it ain't far-fetched that he still could have did this.
Yeah, David definitely did that shit. Lil Tay recently posted on her Instagram that David tried to talk to her when she was about 14 years old. And not only her, it was multiple females who came out and was like, oh, me and David dated when I was in high school, da-da-da. Like, he goes after little children. That is what you call a fucking pedo. And what a coincidence that he canceled his show for tonight after all of this shit just came out. And if y'all don't think he's guilty, something is really wrong with y'all. All the evidence is in his song lyrics. I don't care about the law when I'm with you, because I'm always breaking it. So he basically just confessed that, yeah, he broke the law multiple times, whether that's on a live charge, kidnapping charges. Like, this man reminds me of R. Kelly going to high schools, going to middle schools, and picking up young children, and then doing whatever want with them. Like, it's crazy. We really don't be knowing these celebrities yet. We support them so much. We're bumping their music. We're helping them get to the next level. Meanwhile, that's what they're doing on their free time. And if he was not guilty, then he would not postpone that show that he has tonight. I'm sure the authorities reached out to him and they said, listen, you cannot continue with your torture, and that's why. And if he really thinks he's gonna get away with it, it's the mother already identified the body. Y'all both have the matching tattoo on your finger that says shh. So it's just like, I don't know what he's waiting for. I don't know if he thinks the jury's gonna find him not guilty or what, but it's too much evidence, bro. And then when there's other females, young females, reaching out and saying, oh yeah, he also was going out with me. I was also this age and he was this age and we were spending time to the dot. Like, bro, you're gonna get caught. If it's not with Celeste, rest in peace, girl. But it's gonna be another minor. Simple as that. Look, I swear to God, I'm never listening to this man's music and I'm never ever gonna support. So sad to think that Celeste might not be the only he had. I'm sure it's more. Probably in somewhere in his other trucks, like, point, I don't know what to think anymore. The whole situation is very, very up. And even the mother of Celeste, she's mad because you knew about it. You knew your daughter was with this man, around this man, and after she went missing, you still could have did something. You could have reached out to a couple of people, but you didn't. And now there's so many other females who's reaching out and guessing, oh, they doing it for clout. It don't matter. Some of them are true. She's not the first one that this man tried to do this shit to. He's attempted multiple times with many other minors. And I don't know what happened in this situation, but it's just really fucking sad. Honestly.
Facts, man. And I think a lot of people are making this case go viral because I don't think too many people cared at first. I don't think so.
So obviously y'all have seen the current David situation. In this video, I just want to address some stuff. Now, a lot of people on Twitter are mad at me because in 2023, I tried to expose David for what he was doing at the time. And I just want to clear up that the stuff from 2023 was not about the Celeste girl that was obviously recently in the news. It's nothing to do with her. I didn't know about her. I didn't know she was 13. I maybe heard her name once or twice. I had nothing to do with her. The stuff I have from 2023 was nothing to do with Celeste. These were other girls, underage girls, that had claimed David had messaged them or had, relationships with them or, doing inappropriate things with them. And I want people to know that in 2023, I did try and bring the situation to light. And a lot of people remember, I was having a lot of shit for it. It got so bad that David's legal team had got in contact with me to remove everything. I've attached an email here that I received from his team in 2023. And basically they removed my song with David from, streaming services because apparently I was spreading misinformation. The thing is, after that, I got in touch with David and I was like, yo, are the claims true and all of this? And he was like, he literally said, I've got it here. He said, no, it's just some people trying to get clout. There's no evidence and stuff. After that, everything was shut down. Everything, no one else came out after that. So from my point of view, you guys need to understand that it did look like they were just claims. So a lot of people are asking me, why was I promoting a song in 2024 and 2025 that I had with David? It's because the claims that I had in 2023 were, put on hold. It's as if they didn't exist. I had no idea. I was told that they were false by David and his legal team. So after the whole situation happened, I actually felt bad for, spreading misinformation. I thought it was all fake. Obviously, with the stuff that's happened in the past 24 hours, I realized that, they're now real, and some people have come out to me and told me that, it was true. Not just that, but in 2023, when I made the claims, David's legal team did not want anyone to know that David was doing this type of stuff. So basically they blamed me and said that I was leaking music, but I wasn't leaking any music. They blamed me for leaking music. I was leaking the facts. So they just said that they're gonna blame me for leaking music. That's my punishment. My song is off. That's it. And you guys need to understand that I felt terrible. I felt like I was gonna ruin his career out. I felt like I was spreading misinformation for him. I felt disgusting, bro. I was like, I gave him claims that weren't true because from what it looked like to me, they weren't true. They were cleared and everything. No one else came out after that. But then obviously now it's a different story. That's why I was promoting the songs in 2024, 2025. I was cool with him. I wasn't like, friends with him and stuff, but I didn't have a problem with him. Little do I know that he hated me. He has me blocked on Twitter right now, and he's blocked me within the past 24 hours because I was not blocked prior to, everything happening. And also, I just want to add that I live in Egypt. I don't live in the US. I can't go to NYPD. I can't go to LAPD. I can't get in touch with the FBI. The stuff that I have was just Discord messages. I didn't have any solid evidence that he did it. But now obviously looking at it, it makes sense. So I just wanted to clear it up because a lot of people think I'm doing it for clout and I'm doing it for this and I'm doing it for that. I'm just doing it because I felt the time was right, and I've been sitting on this information and I'm just glad it's out now. I also want y'all to know that I was 16. I was a kid. I was scared. You know, I didn't want any legal things to happen. I didn't want my family to get involved. I was a 16-year-old kid. I was petrified. But that's it really. I just wanted to mention that I don't have anything to do with Celeste. I'm praying for her family. There's a GoFundMe link. It'll be in my comments. I'll try pin it. And at this time, we just need to pray for the best, and hopefully this dude gets what he deserves. And I'm so sorry for not speaking about this sooner. I was scared, and I'm doing what I can now.
Man. So, the crazy story of David and Celeste. What y'all think, man? What y'all think, Ratchet Gang? Crazy story, right? Crazy story. All right. Man. So, it's looking like old David. Let me turn my mic back up. It's looking like old David has found himself in a really fucked up spot for his lovely, I don't even know what the fuck to call it. This dude he's a weirdo. He's weird, allegedly, and he's gonna get what he deserves in the end. What do y'all think, man? Do y'all think this man did that to that girl? Do y'all think he's gonna go down for it? I don't know, man. I'm just gonna say that here within the next week or so, week and a half, I think in about a week, he'll be arrested and charged with the unaliving. He'll be charged with harboring her. He'll be charged with the things he's done to her. He'll be charged with a lot of stuff. The dude is never gonna. Once he gets locked up, he's never coming home, unless this is some industry thing and this is what they needed. They needed the little fingerprints. They needed that blood on somebody else's hand. So I don't know. Y'all tell me in the chat what y'all think about it, man. I told y'all we was gonna be here for a while because I took last night off. So tell me what y'all think about this video in the chat, man. Crazy story. We'll stay on top of it. I've been here for a while. I'm tired and I'm hungry. It's time for me to go eat. I want y'all to jump into the comment section when I get ready to get up off here. And let me know what y'all thought about it. We almost got, we just need 100 people to double tap that screen and get the likes up. Can 100 people double tap their screen and get these likes up? Y'all think he's guilty? Y'all think he's innocent? What did y'all think of David? David, this was his story, and this is how David gets down with the youth. David loved the youth, allegedly. So, with that being said, I'm getting ready to get the hell up off here. I'm tired and I'm hungry. And I've been on here almost 3.5 hours. So, Ratchet Gang, y'all do me a favor. When this video ends, I want each and every one of y'all to get into that comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about tonight's content. Also, we need 150 subscribers to get to 195,000 subscribers. So we almost there. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn your notification bell on all notifications. Double tap the screen on your way about the live video. I love each and every one of y'all. Salute to all my moderators. Salute to everybody who donated tonight. Salute to all my green team. I love each and every one of y'all. Salute to everybody for all the support. I appreciate all the subscribers. I appreciate all the family up in this motherfucker. Salute to everybody in the chat. I love each and every one of y'all. So guilty, sicko. He definitely is sick. Dude is weird as hell. Y'all tell me guilty or innocent when this video ends. This your boy Big Ratchet. That's Ratchet Gang. And this is RatchetTV. Y'all get into that comment section. I'm getting ready to end this. Get in that comment section. Moderators, comment section. Green members, comment section. I'm gone. I love y'all. I'm gone, gang.